What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. We are back in this morning, and well, we've got a lot to get to. The market is, I think, doing exactly what we thought it would. We talked about consolidation, a little bit of time here for things to gear up for Q4, and I think, yesterday and even today with prices down, I am looking to stack my chips right now. I am preparing right now for quarter number 4 and quarter number 1 of next year to be our runway in order to create financial freedom in this bull run. Now, listen, the bull run might extend beyond Q1 of next year. Who knows, right? I mean, people always say that, oh, this is the time it's different, and that this is going to be the parabolic run, or this is going to be, what's the word? This is going to be the super cycle, and who knows? It could be. If it is, we're prepared for that too. But I'm always trying to prepare myself for what if that doesn't happen. And usually, here's the thing, guys. What most people say will happen doesn't happen. Now, here's what we have to go off of. We have to go off of history. And history tells us a few different things. Bitcoin has always doubled in price after the Bitcoin halving. 6 months after the Bitcoin halving. 6 months. So we had the halving in April, right? May, June, July, August, September, October. Meaning, October, considering we were at 60,000 right around the halving, in October, we should see $120,000 Bitcoin. Now, will that happen again? No. History doesn't always repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And I think here's what we know about Q4 and Q1 in crypto. They are usually the money-making quarters. They are usually the quarters where it's the best time to take profits. We're not going to time the top perfectly. We're not trying to. I used to think, no, we have to. We have to time the top perfectly and get out at the right time. I'm not in that camp anymore. Because I'm not going to try to time the top. What I'm trying to do is hit my price targets to take profits on my altcoins, secure my wealth in Bitcoin, secure my wealth in stable coins, and prepare for what's to come after that. And here's the thing. Outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which makes up 70% of the market, everything else is speculative. And I think you have to treat it as such, right? One of the mistakes I made back in 2021 was the fact that I thought, just because Bitcoin and Ethereum are here, I can get more gains no matter which altcoin I throw money at. And it's just not the truth. And this is why yesterday we had talked about finding and basically having conviction in certain sectors, certain assets, but having your profit-taking plans in place. And in my case, what I want to do is drive those profits back into Bitcoin, back into stable coins, and diversify that out into things like real estate, into other business opportunities, into stocks, and de-risk. Now, some people may say, but Zach, you're into crypto. Like, why would you invest in stocks and real estate? I am not somebody who wants 80% of my net worth in crypto. Now, 30%, which is still high, by the way, when you ask a lot of people, that's super crazy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Right? So if we're somewhere in the neighborhood of, 30% stocks, 30% crypto, 20% real estate, 20% cash, something like that, that's kind of what I'm shooting for, right? And having gone through the first bull cycle, I could have diversified my wealth in a numerous amount of ways way better. And I did okay. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not upset. I don't regret it. Excuse me. I don't regret it, but I want to learn from it, right? We did okay in 2021, but we could do way better in 2024 and 2025. That's really what I'm getting at here. All right, so good morning, everybody. How we doing? What's happening? Always cool, happy, and happy to Bunny, Blaine. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. What's going on, guys? What's happening? Good morning. Guys, smash the like button on your way in. We've got some people rocking with us here already. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? Love to see it. Good freaking morning. It's Summers, my man, from my hometown. Look at that picture. What's up, brother? Michael, hey, bro, don't threaten me with a good, what's that mean? Good time. I'll be out of certain price targets regardless. That's the mindset I want to have too, Ronald. You've got to take the emotional element out of this whole thing completely. When it comes to investing in crypto, if you allow the price to dictate your decisions, you're doomed. You're doomed. And you've got to be firm in your decisions. Even if the crypto goes up after you take profits, it's still a better feeling than round-tripping your bags or the crypto crashing and you holding on thinking, well, it's got to go back up. No. Have your price targets. Have your things that you have set out and stick to the script. Stick to the script. That's why in this bull cycle, every asset that I own that is not a short-term swing trade like a random altcoin or AI coin that's brand new or whatever that I'm looking to trade maybe in a week or a month, everything that I'm holding throughout this cycle, I have created a timeline and a plan that when it hits certain price levels, I do this. When it hits this, I do this. Take the guesswork and the emotional aspect out of it completely. And you're still going to have those emotional feelings, but at least now you have a blueprint, a plan that you just look to and make the decision on, right? That's what I didn't do back in 2021, and that's what I'm trying to do different in this bull cycle. So what's going on, everybody? Sir, please kindly help us with the link to listen to this later and again and again. What do you mean? The Crypto Breakfast Club is going to come on at 9:30. I'm not quite sure what you mean. The link will live here on YouTube, too, so you can come back and watch this. It will show up in the live stream section on YouTube. You can come back and watch this anytime you want. Let's see here. Good morning, Shane. How you doing, man? Good morning from Indiana. What's up, Warner? Where y'all coming in from? Let me know. How do I feel about Crow? Crow is it's undervalued, right? It's very undervalued, and I think it's a longer-term hold within this cycle. Here's when Kronos is going to go up. Kronos is going to go up when retail money comes back into crypto. Period. End of story. Kronos will go up when retail money comes back into crypto. Simple as that. Until that happens, though, we're not going to have a ton of demand for Crow. Kronos is a retail play, right? And so are a lot of these altcoins. A lot of these altcoins are driven by retail demand. We just got to be real with ourselves. And so far, we have not seen retail really make a push. We have not seen retail come back in crypto. And I think, there are some things we're looking at that tell us, hey, we could get that retail push or that retail boom at some point, right? They're going to start cutting rates, I think, here in September, which is going to be very good for us. Global liquidity is moving up. But I think at some point as we get into early 2025 is where we really see retail come back. If I'm guessing. Again, just guessing, right? But I do think the run-up will start here in Q4. And it's going to be driven by institutions again. A lot of the money that's in crypto right now, it's not new money. It's recycled money. It's old money that has stayed in the markets. We don't have a lot of new money coming in. It's slowly but surely getting there, but right now we're still there at that point where we have a lack of big retail money coming in, new money. And we need that in order for Kronos and some of these other big altcoins to move. How far do you think Link will go this cycle? So let's get in here. Let's get in and present my screen here. Let's just take a look at the overall market, guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe down below if you have not already. We've got people listening in on X, people listening in on YouTube. Happy Wednesday to you. Guys, it's been a wild week already. I'll tell you what, it's been, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's been crazy. 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 It's been cra I'm really trying to focus in here before we get into September because I've been adjusting my portfolio a lot lately. And some would say, Zach, are you over trading or what are you doing? It's nothing like that. I'm just trying to stack my chips where I think I can mitigate risk because let's face it, the last year has been this meme coin burst and it's been fun. But it's time to secure that wealth, right? It's not about the money you make, it's about the money you keep. You've probably all heard that saying. It's not about the money you make, it's about the money you keep. And these people who continue to just chase the green candles, eventually you're going to get wrecked. I don't care who you are. So I'm trying to be very measured here in that, okay, I've notched some big wins since the whole Pepe thing last year. Like, Pepe kind of sparked this crazy meme coin run, right? It was April 2023. And since that time period, we have been in this meme coin run. And utility tokens have taken a huge hit. AI has had a little run up. RWA has had a little run up. I don't think AI and RWA are done. And I think, as I mentioned yesterday, gaming is another sector. So I'm honing in on these levels, or on these sectors. I'm honing in and trying to stack my chips. I spent a lot of time late last night going in through the RWA cryptos. There are a ton of small cap RWAs that if this narrative pans out the way we think it is, and again, you have to have conviction. We're all speculating here. We're guessing. But it's an educated guess. It's a measured guess. It's a guess that comes from data. It's a guess that comes from understanding where institutional money could meet retail demand. And RWA, AI are two of those areas. I'm really trying to shore up positions there. Now, when it comes to RWA, speaking of Chainlink, well, there's no bigger asset, in my opinion, that is working in the RWA space than Chainlink. Okay, nice V-shaped recovery here today already, by the way, on Link. We're back up to 1161. We're coming back down off of our local highs of like 1260. So, yes, I've been accumulating Chainlink, especially under 10 cents. I mean, we got this flush at the beginning of the month. I added somewhere down here, probably around like $9 or something on the bounce. I was happy as hell with that. I think Chainlink is severely undervalued. And I think it's a really good bet for an 8 to 10x from these current price levels. And people will gawk at 8 to 10x. They'll be like, oh, Zach, I don't want no 8 to 10x. Like, I want 100x. Well, guess what? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. 100x's will come. But you know what? You know how hard it is to sit there and wait for 100x? Unless like you throw like a couple $100 at it and you really don't care. But I'm going heavy into these high conviction plays. I want to build out a really strong position for Chainlink and then get that even 5 to 7x. I'm happy as hell with. And most of the time with these assets, my profit-taking strategy is starting at a 5 to 7x. Because I'm able to build out strong positions in high conviction plays, I reduce my risk. And 10x, exactly. I mean, like Boca says here, I love 10x's. Yes, you got to fall in love with the 10x. So many people want way more, way too fast. It doesn't work like that. You got to go through the ringer and feel what it feels like to lose. You know, and the sad truth is that a lot of the new money that will come in will be exit liquidity. It's just how it works, right? I mean, I was exit liquidity back in 2021 on a lot of projects. Had to go through it. Although if you're brand new and you're listening to this, I'm trying to basically prepare you for this not to happen as much to you, right? But play the long game. Play the long game. Play the game of crypto to stay in it. Because so many people get buckled at the knees too early. They get hamstrung and they just lose all of their capital because they get greedy. Right? Ondo is a really good RWA play. I agree. And here's the thing with Ondo. Now, if you look at RWA, you've got Avalanche, Chainlink, VeChain, Maker, Ondo. AVAX and Chainlink, I think up there right at the top. I mean, you can make the argument here for VeChain and Maker and a lot of these. But Ondo, to me, with the partnership with BlackRock, sitting here under $1 billion in market cap. Like, I'm looking at this as a, top, 70 crypto here as a potential, not even for a 10x, but a 15 to 20x if RWA narrative heats up. And I could say that with confidence. And this is how I think you need to think through what your portfolio needs to look like. Right? It's not just taking flyers and taking shots on random things because you heard it from one person. It's really thinking through, like, where do you want your capital to really be concentrated in, right? And listen, I love meme coins just as much as the next guy, but you also have to understand they are a different type of asset than Chainlink or Avalanche or Ondo or Quant or any of these blue chips. It's a different type of investment. It's a different type of plan. You're not going to hold them as long. You're going to take profits sooner. You're going to take profits more frequently. This is my opinion, right? Versus Ondo, I'm willing to wait a little bit longer within the cycle to meet my profit taking, plateaus. And I think having this mindset is so important because so often we just look at everything the same. And it's just not all created equal in crypto. It's just not. So I think that's very, very important that we look at that. Now, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart because we did get a flush here. We're looking at the 4-hour. We did get a flush, late last night. We flushed down to 58K. Almost breached 58 and got into the 57 range. But slowly but surely, we're building back up here in the last 12 hours or so. This is a total like move that is completely okay. We're still trending in the right direction. We've reclaimed 60,000 here already this morning. I think we're still in a really good spot. Again, calm before the storm. We have to go test some of these CME gaps. We've talked about that over the last week or so. Boca says, don't play this down and the road game with XRP. When the financial system switch happens, it will be instant and explosive. Have multiple plans in place, but keep an oh shit bag in a hard wallet. That's a really good point. There are certain plays where you just want to have a moon bag in case things get crazy. And I think XRP is certainly one of those. I agree 100%. 100%. Let's see here. Buongiorno, amigo. What's up, Bill? How you doing, man? Crypto gaming needs to use the narrative or the native cryptocurrency as a currency in the game that can also be converted to USD. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Summers. 100%. To give it like that built-in use case. Hey, Zach, what do you think about what happened to Devour's token and then switching to FuelX? Yeah, Hex, I don't know what happened there. Luckily, though, I'm just going to tell you as it is, I took a ton of profits when it went on its parabolic run earlier this year. And I left a small moon bag, but I didn't feel the pain of that because it hit my profit-taking troughs early on this year, and I took profits. And I am so proud of that, I got to tell you guys, because the old me wouldn't have done that. The old me would have just said, oh, it's going to go higher. It's going to go higher. It has to go higher. It's not. This is going to go to 100 million and 200 million. This product is too good. No, it met my levels. You stick to the script and you take your damn profits. Right? Simple as that. And you just take the emotional element out of it completely. So, again, these last few days, what I've been doing is really analyzing, am I prepared for the next, 6 months? Am I properly prepared for the next 6 to 8 months to where I can completely maximize my gains, but also minimizing risk? That's really how I want you to think about this. And again, you don't have to take my advice. I'm just a dude on YouTube trying to figure it all out like you. You don't have to listen to me. But if you are here listening, you probably want to hear my thoughts and what I want to, what my plan is. So much of it is having a plan going into what we think is going to be the biggest part of this bull run. Okay, we've been gearing up for this moment. If you've been in crypto and you haven't wavered and you haven't left and you've stuck to the game plan, since late 2021, early 2022, when the market started to fall, you have been doing all of this accumulation, all of this research, all of this hard work for what I think is the next 6 to 8 months to reap the rewards. That is how I'm playing this game. Like, simply put. Now, I'm playing the very long game on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've mentioned that many times. That is like a 401k. That is like a savings account. That to me is a totally different discussion. Everything else, though, super speculative. Create your profit-taking plans. And with these altcoins, this is how you generate wealth and you keep your wealth in Bitcoin, in Ethereum, in the stock market, in real estate. Simple as that. There you go. Tennessee, you just asked the question. I just gave you the answer. And this is something that is super crucial that you have to analyze, think about, devise a plan, set your goals, and have, because we say this all the time. It's not so much about just taking profits. That's the first step. Taking profits is the first step. What do you do with those profits? What do you do with those profits? That is a very, very big question. And for me, what do I do with those profits? In the altcoin, in the meme coin, in the AI, small sector crypto space, everything that's not Bitcoin and Ethereum, what do you do with those profits? You turn it into less risky assets that still store your wealth and gradually grow your wealth. So as soon as you realize those flyers and those big gainers, you've got to not only take your profits, but know what you want to do with it. And for me, it's putting it back into Bitcoin. It's putting it back into Ethereum. It's putting it back into the stock market, S&P 500. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. You don't even need to pick individual stocks here, because then people will say, oh, well, what stocks do I buy? And just don't overthink this, right? I mean, I own some individual stocks, but they're all stocks that I use every day. I just don't try to overthink, don't try to overthink this at all, right? It's very easy to just see that the FANG stocks basically prop up the entire market and have been doing so for a while, right? Or whatever they call it now, the Magnificent Seven or whatever, right? So, these stocks like Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft. Did I say Microsoft? Right? These are no-brainers. These are no-brainers. And you could get exposure to this, through a lot of these heavy-handed ETFs. And that, to me, is just a simple, easy plan. Create your wealth in the altcoin market, store it in less risky assets. And you know what? What I want to do also with, this whole profit-taking plan is invest in myself. And a lot of people don't necessarily understand what this means and or talk about it. They feel like they have to invest in somebody else. They feel like they have to invest in a company. And I'm doing all that. But investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. So taking some of these profits and starting a business, right? Buying assets. Remember, assets over liabilities. We all know the difference. Liabilities are things that lose value. You buy them and they lose value. A car is a liability. Now, I drive a decent car. There's only one reason why. Not because I want to look flashy, not because I want to look cool, not because, look at me. No. It's because I had to buy that car because it was a write-off. And it was a way to reduce my tax burden. Simple as that. Right? So thinking through why you're doing things, people just stop at taking profit. You can't. It's much more than that. It has to be a very thought out and structured approach. But when we talk about assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, crypto, and not just any crypto. Bitcoin and Ethereum. 70% of the market. Okay? So I hope I'm making sense. I hope this is giving you guys something. And I didn't want to like come on here and just, I never want to come on here and just be Moon Boy Central, right? And I'm very bullish on where this market is going. Don't hear me wrong here. But planning accordingly for all different kinds of scenarios is so crucial, because some people have it in their heads that, I could just hold this asset forever and hodl, hodl, hodl. I mean, everything is not created equal. It's just not. Boca says, I'll be moving my profits this bull into Ripple's new stable, and then as the next bear cycle hits, I'll move back in. Correct. And the luxury you have, okay, when you do this, and listen to me very closely here, because, again, I made this mistake in 2021. The luxury you have in being patient and waiting throughout the bear market before just round tripping your bags or buying all of this stuff is you get to see which assets are at a premium discount. You get to see which narratives drove this bull market. Imagine how much we're going to learn in the next 6 to 8 months if we get a big bull cycle like we expect to see. Imagine how much we're going to learn. The information, things are changing so fast in this space. It's what makes it fun, by the way, because every day is so different in crypto. There's some new news story, there's some new catalyst, whether it's positive or negative. So these next 6 to 8 months, if we're right and we get a bull run the next 6 to 8 months, and the top is somewhere within there, and let's just, maybe it's the 6 to 12 months, and the bull run is somewhere within there. How much are we going to be able to learn? And if we have capital and now we've learned all of this information, now we go into the bear market with a plan and with capital. See, that's what I did a little bit of, after we got out of the 2021 bull cycle, but I could have had a lot more capital to deploy if I simply would have had plans in place to take profits and not be emotional as an investor. And I don't care who you are. When you're watching charts all day long, it is so hard to make that decision unless you have thought it through. Unless you just are numb to price action. And you have to be. You have to be. And I've been able to build to that over the last 3 to 4 years. Because people who come into the game, into crypto, they are so shocked, I think, by the volatility. And depending on which type of market you come into, when you come in during a bull cycle and everything is going up, prices just going up, prices just going up, prices just going up, you feel as if you're the smartest person in the room. You feel like you can literally throw a dart from 2 rooms away and hit bullseye. If you're anything like me, that's exactly how I felt. And I'm not afraid to say that. It's a natural thing. It's a natural thing. And if you're brand new, I'm helping you kind of avoid some of the biggest pitfalls in crypto. So I hope you're subscribed to the channel. I hope you've smashed the like button here. And I know I'm ranting a little bit today, right? But I think this is very crucial. And by the way, we have nearly 800 people with us live right now. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you're listening on X, make sure you retweet it. Get the word out for us. Because we do have a lot more to get into. And I just wanted to kind of, get the ball rolling here. 6 to 8 months, so long. What do you mean, Mercator? Do you think that's... Do you think I'm wrong in that assessment? Regardless, that's how I'm planning to go, okay? That's what I'm planning to do. Hindsight is 20/20. You have to be aggressive and not second-guessing. Yes, and this comes with having a plan in place. That's how you be aggressive and don't think, just act. When you have a plan in place, you just act. Look at our trade on Solana. It's RWA. James, I'm very familiar with it. I'm an investor in it. Is it up today? It's up a little bit more today. Nice. Yeah, it's pumping nicely here. Nice proper pump here on our trade. John, appreciate you, man. Set all points and stick to your plan. Watching charts will wreck you. Take profits. Don't second guess yourself after the fact. Timing the top is nearly impossible, but selling the up is easy. Exactly. As prices moving up, do not fall for the common mistake of, oh my gosh, it's only going to go up and up and up and up and up. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's not going to go up forever. Nothing does. And the worst feeling in crypto is knowing how much money you could have had, how much wealth you could have secured, but you didn't make a decision. You didn't act because you didn't have a plan, right? That is the worst feeling. And we've all done it. I'm not saying I'm immune to it. I'm just saying I'm prepared to not make those same mistakes again, right? And that's really what it comes down to. It's gonna happen, but don't let it happen again and again and again. And so many people just don't learn these like hardcore truths and facts. I mean, I feel like the beginning of the bull run was last October. I mean, if we take a look at the charts, I mean, I'll show you exactly what I mean. If we take a look here at the daily and really zoom out on Bitcoin, okay, I think the bull run really started back here. So as we were coiling up, if we take a look at, this big green candle, look at this. I've said this date many times before. October 23rd, 2023. This is where the bull run really started. During this day, we went from 29,000 all the way up to 34,000. $5,000 move basically on Bitcoin on October 23rd, 2023. And look what happened after. Look what happened after. Parabolic moves, right? Parabolic moves. We, again, went from 29 all the way up to 34.4. And then look at the run we went on since that big green candle. So I go back to October 2023 is where I really think, the biggest move was had. Now, if we know anything about kind of the cycles and how they move, I would say the next 12 months or less, the top of the market is going to come in here at some point. The next 12 months or less from this date today, okay? So if we're looking at that and we're looking at this chart right now, what's happening right now to Bitcoin? We have been trending sideways, guys. We have been trading in a channel now since March for a really long time. Let's just call it what it is. Really, since February. We were at 60K here in February. We're currently sitting right at those levels. Yes, there's been a little bit of move, a little bit of volatility, but nothing has really happened in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't look like this, right? It doesn't look like this parabolic run, and that's why I believe, we started in October 2023. Now, if we even zoom out a little bit more, let's go to the 1 week. We could see a very similar story. And guess what week shows momentum up? This is actually January, then March 2023. But here's your October push. 2 big green candles and then takeoff. Right? So there was a little bit of an uptrend as we flipped to the new year. Right? This is where the uptrend really started. It started in January 2023. Guys, we were down here at 17K to start the new year in 2023. So we also have to remember that. People get, so out of touch with reality here sometimes. We've come up a lot since January 2023. And yeah, 100%, Boca's spot on here. We will have an election pump, but the real bull run pump is in 2025. In my opinion, I'm thinking late spring, early summer, not fall like in 2021, but I could be 100% wrong. That's how I'm playing it too, Boca. And here's the thing. I don't have to guess on the time. I have my prices. I have my price targets set, right? So whenever that price target is hit, I hit the sell button. It's simple as that. So this is why you need to have profit taking, in place with pricing. Because now you're not trying to decide, oh, should I hold it to May? Should I hold it until August? Should I hold it until... Who cares? It's just whenever prices hit your levels, you take profits. So when we're thinking about creating a plan, it's about price points. Okay? It's not about time frames. We can speculate on time frames, but we don't have to if we have our price points in place. When it hits our price points, we take profits. 2025 June to December, it will go flat. I could see that too. The long sideways movement is super bullish, 100%. I mean, again, you zoom out here on the weekly, this sideways action, very healthy. What this basically tells us at a very fundamental level is this. Buyers and sellers have met in the middle. Right? Buyers and sellers have met in the middle. Crab market sideways until we get the Trump pump. Let's go. And post-elections, we've seen Bitcoin pump. In 2016 and 2020, we've seen Bitcoin and crypto pump. So I think I even posted this the other day, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to find it here. Check this out. Speculations can make you money in crypto. Bitcoin after U.S. elections coming soon in November. So check this out, guys. Here you go. This is a perfect chart to look at. All right, this is post-elections. So the election here is in November. We've got 2016, 2017. Look at the chart. This is Bitcoin's price, guys. This purple or blue line down here. That's the 2016 election. Here's 2020. Okay? And here is 2024, 2025. We're right here right now. So again, history doesn't always repeat itself, but until proven otherwise, why would we think any different? Right? It's the same argument for 4-year cycles. Many people are saying 4-year cycles are dead and blah, blah, blah. And until we get proved otherwise, I'm going to let history be our friend here. Okay? Good morning, Big Z. We in the building. What's up, EMAC? How we doing, man? Good morning, good morning. I've been selling my crypto and putting it in the stock market, playing ETFs. Hey, listen, you got a plan. I'm not hating on it. If you have sell points, the guess and emotion game vanishes. Couldn't say it better. Could not say it better than that, Boko. Waiting 2030 for XRP to sell. That's fine. If you have high conviction in an altcoin, like that, my belief is that it should be around or inside the top, 20 or 30, right? It better be a relatively stable crypto that, hey, I believe in this thing so much that I'm going to hang on to it until 2030. For me, right now, the only things I want to hang on to until 2030 are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Why? They're the only two assets that have ETFs attached to them, and that to me provides clarity in how they're looked at across the world. And Bitcoin's in a whole stratosphere, right? Whole different stratosphere. Considering that there's ETFs all across the world, there's governments backing it, there's talks about making it, part of America's strategic reserve. I mean, there's just so many things, right? And it's already built to be a store of value. It's hard-coded. The tokenomics are perfect. Everything just lines up differently with Bitcoin, right? But if you have that conviction in XRP, that's fine. Right? But every asset is not created equal. I don't think you should have a 2030 vision with everything. Vito, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And honestly, if you've been with me that long, you've literally learned with me, because every single day we're learning, guys. We don't have it all figured out. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has it all figured out. Anybody who comes off as, yeah, I've got it all figured out, they're bullshit. They're bullshitting. They're a bullshitter. Bullshitter. I'm with you, Cam. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I did not get in on dogs, and I'm not going to chase it. But hey, congrats if you're on it. I think it's pumping right now. Yeah, it's up 25%. Nice. Not coins up a little bit. Not so much is up. I mean, Popcat Solana. That thing's super volatile. It's still up 74% on the week. But again, taking a look at this Bitcoin chart, it's so much easier when you zoom out. Let's zoom out even more. The 1 month, guys. You see this kind of slowly falling wedge, but still very, very solid. Look where we've come here in the last month. We flushed down to 50K. We're sitting at 60K right now. This is the coiling up before the big burst. This to me is like this little downturn right in here, way back in 2019, right? And then boom, off to the races. 10x right here. From April 2020 to April 2021, 1 year's time, 10x. Now, we're going to get diminishing returns over time. It's not always going to be like this, right? However, we've already come up from 16K to 60K. We're in the midst of something big here. That's what this chart is telling me. Buyers and sellers have met here for a while. This is, again, 1 month time frame. So essentially since March, you got March, April, June, July, August, September. For 6 months, guys, we have been trading sideways. With all the ups and downs and curveballs that have been thrown and negative news stories, not much has changed with Bitcoin in 6 months, right? I mean, we had the big burst in February, really nice February, from 40 to 63K. After that, we've been consolidating. We've been coiling up, getting ourselves prepared for, I think, the real part of the bull cycle. Exactly, Summers. Exactly. You can't, yeah. But it's so hard. It's easier said than done with crypto, isn't it? It's so much easier said than done. I have some sell points for a bit of XRP, but I have no plan to sell my long-term bags of XRP. In my mind, XRP will be the liquidity of the new monetary system, and I will make money in yield. I hear you. And I think it's really a smart decision, Boca, that you have both long-term bags and trading bags of the same asset. I think that's another thing people, don't do enough of. They think, oh, I have to only have like this one long-term bag. I disagree completely. I think you can trade the same asset you're also holding long-term, right? You can have multiple positions in the same asset. And so I love this. I'm behind this 100%. Jay New, what's up? When do you reckon this cycle's peak will be? March 2025? I don't know for sure, right? But I'm looking at Q4 and Q1 as the big money-making markets. And I think more or less probably Q1 2025. Right? So like into April, like there's the old adage, make your money by May and go away. Now, I think there's a possibility we could get a really nice move up until March or April, sell off during the summer months of 2025, like we did this year, basically, right? Or at least get choppy and boring, and then have another surge late 2025. But again, it's all going to depend on when different prices reach my profit-taking points. Simple as that. If that happens in January 2025, I'll be taking profits. If it happens in March, I'll be taking profits. If it happens in December of this year, this is why I think having price targets and profit-taking strategies with price targets, it's way better plan because you don't have to worry about the time frame. You're just worried about and concerned about price. Simplify the game, guys. You have to make this simple. You can't get caught up in trying to time it from a monthly. Well, I think by April, Bitcoin's going to be this price and I'll take all my profits. Like, no, just set your profit-taking plans. And you could have multiple troughs, by the way. It doesn't have to be like all in one swing where you take all your profits at once, right? You should have specific plans. Like, hey, when Bitcoin hits, this is for example, when Bitcoin hits 100,000, actually, that's not a good example for me because I'm not selling my Bitcoin. Let's say this. When Cardano hits a new all-time high, I'm going to take 30% of my, bag off the table. When it goes to, $4, I'm going to take an additional 20%. If it goes to $5, I'm going to take an additional 20%. If it hits $4 and comes back down, you might even have a plan there. Either A, to take more profits on the market coming down. You see what I mean? Like, you have to be well thought out with every asset. It's not just a one-size-fits-all approach. And this is why you have to be very strategic in what you hold, how much you hold, what your portfolio allocation actually looks like and consists of. Bull run could be cut short if Trump doesn't win. There's a lot of different scenarios here. There's a lot of different scenarios. The major crypto news is all the things I've said in the last 46 minutes. And it's really, I put major crypto news because that's what's going to hit the algorithm and you're going to see this video. But when you come here, you realize that I'm giving you guys my blueprint and my idea of what I'm doing. And you can agree with that or disagree with that. That's fine. It doesn't affect me one way or another. I just want to share with you guys my thought process, my opinions, and the ways I'm trying to navigate this world, or this crypto world, right? There's nothing like crazy jumping out at us from a news standpoint right now. I mean, aside from don't get shaken out, don't get, to a point where you're kind of letting any kind of news story or something that somebody says dictate your full decisions, right? That's really what I'm getting at here. Oh, by the way, retweet this live stream. We've got 600 people with us on X. We've got almost 300 people with us on YouTube. Appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't just stop at subscribing. Ring the notification bell because we put out a ton of content every single day. Bandit's in the house. What's up, man? I met him again in Nashville. I've seen him a lot now. How we doing, brother? Sean, love it, man. Love it. I think you're getting in at a really nice time. But again, don't just get in without a plan, right? Get in and know what you want to do. Devise that plan. But I think, Sean, I love this because it gives me energy knowing that you feel really good about where you are right now. I'm with you, bro. But now, don't just take that and run with it. Focus up, set some time, make the sacrifices to have a plan in place to maximize your gains. And if you leave a little bit on the table, that's okay. But I'm telling you, it's a way worse feeling when you don't have a plan in place and you let a lot of profits slip away. Guys, I can't tell you some of the things that I left on the table in 2021, and I don't regret it. I'm very happy with where I'm at. I'm able to do this full time. I'm in a really good spot, but I had to go through that. I left a lot of money on the table. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but I could have taken a lot more profits. So I'm not just spewing this and saying it out of, thin air. I'm saying this out of mistakes that I made in the markets. And it's almost, as I mentioned before, it's a necessary part of the process, right? It's you have to go through it. You have to feel what it feels like in a lot of ways. And when you do, you quickly learn, Elections are going to be huge for a huge factor, 100%. I mean, we just kind of highlighted, this chart or whatever. Let's see. There it was. On average, Bitcoin peaks 400 days after the halving. We're currently 130 days after the Bitcoin halving. So, I mean, look at this. On average, Bitcoin peaks. Let me get rid of JW's thing. So, look at this. I mean, again, use history. Quentin does a really good job here. Great follow on X, by the way. Quentin Francois or Francois. I don't know. That's French. I don't know how to pronounce that. On average, Bitcoin peaks 480 days after the halving. We're currently 130 days after the halving right now. So 350 days from now. So that would put us at like 12 months out. On average. Okay? On average, it peaks at this level. But again, it doesn't have to do this. But I definitely think we're early. I mean, we are here right now. We are here. Yeah, JW. I mean, you know what it feels like, right? And you quickly learn to not make that same mistake. I'm staying away from it, Stray with Zoe. I don't, there's some question marks I have. I don't want to get into it too much, honestly, but I'm staying away from it. I'm trying to be a little bit more selective in some of the private sales and, things like that. Guys, I have been wrecked this year. Absolutely wrecked this year on VC-backed, private investments. I can't tell you. Now, again, it's not that the money's gone. It's just I have not seen a lot of great returns on VC private investments. I've had way more luck just doing my own thing and honestly investing in meme coins and taking profits, being disciplined and taking profits. I have been absolutely hammered on some of these VC-backed projects. Why? Because the demand is just not there. It was back in 2021, but right now it's just not. And eventually that might flip and that might change when Francois. Quentin Francois. Is that right? Am I doing it right? Am I doing that right? Francois? Yeah, I still like Bobo too. And it's way down. It's way down. But I still like it too. Hindsight is 2020. Listen to those who have been here. Don't repeat our mistakes. Don't talk to yourself out of profits because of short-term gain taxes, etc., etc. Take profit during the bull. 100%. 100%. Listen to the people who've, felt what it feels like to get wrecked. Right, Boca? I mean, yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. I mean, anybody who's been through the ringer, they know what they're talking about on a lot of levels, right? When hysteria hits, take your profits. Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, Luke. That's a great point. And let me show you guys just an easy way to know. And you'll be able to feel this too. You'll be able to feel this, and I'll tell you how. And so again, like, use this, along with your price points. Along with your price points, use this as a tool. The Fear and Greed Index is one of the easiest ways to know when you should be taking profits. So let's see here. CoinStats, I think, has a pretty good one, right? So right now, we are in fear. This is how bullish we should be on crypto right now. We are at 60K and we are in the fear zone. However, when the market gets ripping, you're gonna see a few things happen. You're gonna find people coming out of the woodwork to get into crypto. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna sense it. Price is gonna be moving up. If you've been in crypto for a while, your friends and your family is going to start asking you how to get on Coinbase, how to download crypto.com, what they should buy. And if I'd have known better, I would have known the top was basically in back in 2021 when this freaking happened. So many people will rush into the top of this market and get wrecked. It's just a fact. It sucks, but it's a necessary evil that's going to happen. People are going to FOMO into this market. They're going to be exit liquidity, and that is your sell signal for someone who's been in this market who understands the game that's being played. Somebody has to win, and somebody has to lose. And you know what? Some people may not like that, but that's a fact. Be the winner, not the loser. Be the winner, not the loser. It's just that simple. But this right here, the fact that we are in the fear zone right now. Okay? But look at these levels, back in March. Now, depending on if you're a trader or whatever, look where we were back in March. We were at 81 on this scale as we set all-time highs, right? That's heavily in the, extreme greed zone. As soon as you get into this extreme greed zone, good time to take profits. Right? Now, this was a little different scenario because it happened pre-halving. So understanding history and knowing what we know, we knew that this was the first top in the cycle, probably not the last. And that's a little bit of the sentiment. So you have to understand the cycles and everything. Usually Bitcoin, again, tops out 480 days after the halving. Now, it might be a little sooner than that. And again, that's why you have your price points on your altcoins. Bitcoin's going to drive everything, but you have your price points on your altcoins, and you just stick to the script. I like GRT, but I'm starting to like some of the other AI cryptos a little bit more, Warner. Some of the newer ones like Injective, FET, Render, BitTensor, Tau. I would put those four and then GRT are kind of my top 5 right now. Top AI cryptos that are all in the top 100. That's kind of where I'm at. Guys, by the way, I have not pitched XT Algo yet for you guys. XT Algo is my trading indicator. If you want another tool that allows you to get in and out of trades better, XT Algo, where you can set up your own customized alerts. I walk you through how to use this. It's a 6 step-by-step guide on how to utilize this. Guys, I had this built back last year, spent thousands of dollars, went and found the person who could build the best trading indicator that's easy to use. So happy I was able to get this out because it's helped me tremendously already. And I'm offering this up to you guys at a huge discount. There is a link down below in the description if you're interested. The discount code is X. You will knock off 21% off all these options. You could be literally using this for $1 a day for 3 months if you go with the quarterly option. And if you don't like it in 30 days, full refund guaranteed. There's no risk here. I'm telling you guys, give it a shot. If you're serious about trading, if you're serious about creating generational wealth, some type of tool like this should be in your toolbox. And if you don't want to use mine, that's fine. But I'm telling you guys, you can go out there and, break the bank on these. This is a really good tool. I'm super confident in it. And the people who've used this tool, who are using it now, will tell you the same thing. If you guys are using XT Algo, somebody in the chat, if you're using XT Algo, drop a comment on its performance. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you're using XT Algo and it's helped you make money. I'm sure some people will pop in here. I want to hear from you guys down below. If you're somebody who are using XT Algo, who have used it in the past and it's helped you make money, let me know in the comment section. Because once you get hip to it, man, it is just a great thing to rely back on. It's not the only thing you need, but it is definitely going to help you in the long run. So Bitcoin dialing back here to 59.8. Got a West Coaster in the house, Las Vegas, Nevada. What's up, Hovey? Dogecoin, I think, dipped down below 10 cents. It did, yeah. I like Dogecoin under 10 cents, guys, a lot right now. Been accumulating that under 10 cents anytime we go down below it. Look down here, we got into 8.5 cent range. What's FET doing here? Keep in mind, NVIDIA earnings are today. And AI is falling a little bit, but this could pump. This could reverse very quickly here today. When do earnings come out for NVIDIA? Do we have a time on this? The date is today. This is Q2 earnings for NVIDIA today. So this is some major news to speak of because, again, this could offer some really good trading opportunities or just entries, especially considering AI cryptos and the whole market took a little bit of a spill. So they don't give a time frame on this. Does anybody know when, time-wise, NVIDIA earnings will come out? Anybody have an idea? Let's see if we have a time. What time will NVIDIA report? After market close. Okay, that's usually when it is. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so here we go. Prediction, NVIDIA will beat Wall Street's earnings estimate by 10% or more on Wednesday. Guys, if this happens, I think the AI crypto sector is going to pump. Okay, so this could be your opportunity today. Either short-term or long-term plays here. We're looking at this across the board. FET, Render, BitTensor, Tau. I may want to make a play here on ASI. It's choppy right now. This looks really good, though. Oh, wait, we got to go FET. They still haven't changed their ticker. All right, so here's FET on the 1 month. Back in March, it crushed. This is a nice falling wedge here. I think we could be getting ready for a parabolic run. But let's go tighter time frame here and see where we are. See this? That's a double bottom, guys. On the 1 hour. Double bottom. That is bullish. I think this could be a good time to get into FET, guys. Not financial advice. Not financial advice, but I am going to buy a little bit of FET today. And here's the thing. If it doesn't work out in my favor, I still believe in this thing long term. A lot of times I'll take trades, and this is going to be a trading position until it isn't. If my thesis is wrong, I'll funnel this back into my long-term position, and I'm totally fine with that. Otherwise, I'll take my profits from this trade because I still have a FET long position. So I like this here today on FET. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to buy a little bit here, banking on NVIDIA earnings today, guys. All right. I'm going to make a play here. Let's see. No, we want to convert Tether to FET. All right, we're opening up a trade, guys. We're going long on FET here. 3,000. We're going long on FET here. Let's see what happens. Am I stupid? I don't think so. Hey, we're up over 1,000 people live with us. Let's go, baby. Smash the like button. Subscribe down below, guys. We are 10 minutes away from the Crypto Breakfast Club. We are ready to fire up today. It is Wednesday. We're making plays in the market. Guys, smash the like button. Share this out with everybody. We're getting ready for the Breakfast Club in 10 minutes. That's right. If you guys aren't familiar with the Breakfast Club, well, I don't know where you've been. But we're talking Q4, bullish or bearish, 100x, altcoins, meme coins. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into it here today, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We're 10 minutes away from that. We're making a play on FET, guys. We're betting on NVIDIA earnings. I like it. So here's the prediction. NVIDIA will beat Wall Street earnings estimate by 10% or more on Wednesday. Artificial intelligence giant NVIDIA is slated to report its results for the second quarter of fiscal 2025. On Wednesday, August 28th, after market close. NVIDIA's upcoming earnings release is widely considered the most anticipated of this quarterly earnings season. That's because the company is viewed as a bellwether or indicator for the AI space and the overall market. This is why we're going to get a spillover and why we've already seen a market pre-pump, but I think we're going to get one at least after this too. Watch the market do the exact opposite and dump on great earnings or something. That's always a factor. And if that happens, we'll DCA into FET and still be happy with that because I like FET long term. That's how I'm talking about, like mitigating risk and like working yourself through some of these trades, right? I got this little fly flying around. NVIDIA's stock performance has become an AI indicator of the likely strength of the overall market. Second largest stock on the S&P behind Apple, guys. NVIDIA's run has been insane. The only asset that has outpaced Bitcoin the last 3-4 years is NVIDIA. Pretty crazy. NVIDIA is dominating the AI chip market, delivers stronger than expected results, particularly in its AI-driven data center business. That suggests the broad AI market is probably more robust than widely believed. Two-part prediction. NVIDIA will beat Wall Street earnings estimate, and two, it will do so by at least 10%. We will get to where the 10% came from. Now, what is NVIDIA's stock doing right now? Because that is something else I might look at here. Let's see. Because this is one that you could make a play on just in and of itself. Let's see here. I'm opening up my Robinhood here. I dabble with Robinhood a little bit. I got some stuff on Webull too. Let's see here. One-time code. Guys, we're 8 minutes away from the Breakfast Club, by the way. Ah, shoot, that phone's dead that I'm getting that code to. Shit. Well, that's fine. We got to charge up, actually. We got to charge up. We'll charge it up and take a look at that. But NVIDIA, let's see here. NVIDIA stock. It's pretty flat right now, guys. Last month, though, it's up 15%, 65% in the last 6. Year to date, 166%. I mean, this thing looks like a damn crypto, right? So we might make a play on this today too, after earnings. So wait, is it at market close or after the end, right? I think it's after the end of the day, right? After the market close. Yeah. After the market close. So yeah, we've got some time to see kind of how it tracks a little bit this morning when market opens. Market's going to open here in 6 minutes. We're going to be live on the Breakfast Club in 6 minutes too. So we'll get to see how NVIDIA moves a little bit. Also going to be tracking all the AI sector here in crypto. And I'm not really overthinking this. Like I'm looking at, like, again here, Render, Injective, BitTensor, FET. These four are ones I really like. And I know Near and ICP are up here too. But I'm just focusing in on FET, Render, Tau, and Injective. I think making a play on any of these today, though, at the top could be interesting. We're gonna be watching it closely here at market open in about 5 minutes, just to see what happens. Yeah, for sure, bro. There's a lot of those summers. I mean, remember, that's kind of what stirred the retail crypto rally, really. Back in late 2020. The whole AMC and GameStop and BlackBerry, remember? I mean, all of that really, really got the pot stirred for people wanting to get into crypto. It makes sense, right? It's very similar. More volatility, but similar. Good morning, man. How you doing, SHIB Nation? Can't wait for SHIB to actually be decentralized, control the burn fee on Shibarium, and get an automated burn mechanism going. Yeah, Luke, we've been talking about that for a couple days. I hope we get all of that before the lead developers, take a step back. I don't think that's been outright talked about yet. I'm wondering what that's going to look like, though. Right? Because if that's the case, by the end of the year, they're going to be getting out of there which is, I think, fine. I don't think it necessarily hurts or, changes the project or anything. I just think we need clarity on a few of those things. The burn portal is one of them. What about the metaverse? You know what I mean? Shiba swap, getting all that stuff out. So, guys, we have a little over 1,000 people here. Appreciate you guys for being here this morning. We're getting ready for the Breakfast Club in about 3 minutes. Make sure you guys hit the like button for us. Consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. If you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe and ring the notification bell, because we're putting out a ton of content right now, and you don't want to miss what's going on. Obviously, I think the calm before the storm is kind of what I envision in the area we're in, right? And we've highlighted reasons why throughout the live stream here already. If you missed a lot of this, make sure you go back and check it out. We've been live for over an hour here and talking about fear and greed. Look at this. Look where we are right now. We're at 60K and the market is fearful. This is a really good sign. This is a really good sign. Look where we are here. Bitcoin price after halvings. Look where we are right now. Okay? And there's a lot of other metrics we can look at. We had up post-election, run-ups, right? We'll pull that up too, because I want to refer back to that on the Breakfast Club too. Post-election Bitcoin. Should be able to find it. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, like Quentin says here, boring summer months are almost over. Next up, Fed rate cuts, U.S. elections, FTX repayments, Q4 historical performances. Act accordingly. So obviously he has high conviction here, right? But this sentiment is what a lot of people are feeling right now. Does it make me a little nervous that everybody's kind of in the same camp? A little bit. But I just think from a historical standpoint, you got to just follow the data, right? Until the data steers you wrong, you got to follow the data here. History doesn't always repeat, but it does rhyme. So I think at some level, what he's mentioning here is probably going to play out. Will it play out exactly accordingly? Like maybe the top is sometime in Q1. You know what I mean? That could happen. But I think on some level here, when you zoom out and look at history, I think we're kind of really in a good spot here. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start up the Breakfast Club. Make sure you guys, if you guys want to speak, obviously you got to come over to Twitter and join us, but you could be listening in right here. We are going to fire it up here and start the space. And again, this will take us all the way to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. But definitely, guys, if you're out there listening on X or YouTube and you want to come over and join us, feel free to join the space. And come on up and share your thoughts, share your opinions, share your ideas, what you're doing. I'm very interested to talk to my co-host Zach today because he was not on the space yesterday. He had some things going on with the family. But I want to get his thoughts on just where we are right now, some of the positions he's taking, and all of that. So I think it's going to be a good one, guys. We got a lot to get into. Sounds good, Matt. Appreciate you, man. Good morning, Zach. Just wanted to stop by and say good morning. What's going on, brother? I'm really impressed with RFK Jr. Maybe Trump can get elected and RFK can run as a Republican next time and win. You could tell he really cares about this country. Yep, I hear you, man. Him joining forces is going to be interesting. I think it's definitely bullish for Bitcoin and crypto because Trump has been, bullish on crypto, of course, going to Nashville, and RFK has been the most bullish on crypto for a really long time, and Bitcoin in particular, but... All right, guys, we are live here on the X space. We've got over 1,000 people live with us on YouTube and X too. Man, it's been a great live stream already, guys. I'm ready to carry it over. I see Summers in here. He's been live with us over on YouTube for a while. I see a bunch of familiar faces. Guys, share the room. Make sure we spread this far and wide. We've got Zach back in the house. I can't wait to get his thoughts on where the market is going. NVIDIA earnings today. There's some really, really good signs here that we're gearing up for a big parabolic run. And I've got some things outlined that I want to highlight and talk about. Just kind of preparing ourselves for Q4 and Q1 and getting ready here as I think we're kind of in the calm before the storm. You know what I mean? But Zach, I just took a play. I just made a play on FET. All right, ASI crypto. Listen, NVIDIA earnings coming out after the after market close today. All the predictions are that NVIDIA is going to blast through earnings. I think we're going to see an AI crypto pump. Am I right or wrong?
I don't know. Only time will tell. I was watching your YouTube stream a little bit, and I'm like, shit, Breakfast Club, I gotta hop over here. Yeah, you could see it. Only time will tell. The market is crazy right now, honestly. There's a lot to go over. I missed yesterday just because I had to do some family stuff, kids schooling, all that good stuff. But yeah, crazy in the market. I give it a couple weeks before the market goes up a little bit. Just watching the trends, it's like every third week now. Watching that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but we'll keep it going. I'll get into some more details in a little bit. But if everyone can share the space, retweet it, help Zach out, help us out, help Pate out. Come up, request to speak. We like to hear from everyone, but. Yeah, crazy stuff going on in the market. I've been really watching the Nero stuff. Maybe we can go over that. That's funny. Luckily, I sold almost at the top, just because that's what I do, and I'll tell you why I do that later. But yeah, request to speak. Oh, I see some people up here. We'll add them. But yeah, crazy stuff going on in the market. You might be right, Zach. I thought your play was pretty good with the AI gaming stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man.
Things have definitely shifted.
100%. Yeah, there's a lot to like about where we are. I mean, if you really zoom out, Zach, since March, right? We've been trading sideways since March. And I think that was like the big thing I was trying to mention today in the YouTube, in the live stream, and the live stream on X is, there's a lot that's happened, both good and bad in the last 6 months. But really, from what I can see, the buyers and sellers have kind of met in the middle for 6 months. We're basically just trending sideways. We're coiling up. We're getting ready. Global liquidity is moving up. The money printers are coming back on. We've got U.S. elections, which historically, post-elections, have been extremely bullish for the price of Bitcoin. In 2016, we had a huge run-up. In 2020, after the election, we had a huge run-up. We've got FTX repayments coming, which is going to be very good for the market. And this is why the growing sentiment is that Q4 is going to be extremely bullish. I think into Q1 of next year, 2025 too. I'm looking at a chart too right now. On average, Bitcoin peaks 480 days after the halving. 480 days after the halving on average. Now, history doesn't always repeat, but it does rhyme, right? So we could be close to that. Right now, we're currently 130 days after the Bitcoin halving. And we set an all-time high before the halving, which has never happened. But again, if history repeats itself here, like that was the first leg back in March, the first leg of the bull cycle. Make your money in May and go away, and then all of a sudden, Q4 hits, euphoria happens. I'm waiting for the moment where everybody and their best friend's dog groomer's getting into crypto. That's how you know you made it. You know what I mean? And we're just not there yet. We're just not there yet.
Who you are, Zach, and they watch you. And I said, we host the Breakfast Club. You should come in, check it out. Convincing them to accept crypto. at their barbershop because they got like 4 guys and they do a bunch of haircuts a day. It was fucking phenomenal. We were laughing. Come to find out, I'm pretty much going to sometime this winter. I'm going to go there and do a podcast from the show with the guys because they want to learn about it, how to accept crypto at their establishment. And hopefully he's on the show right now, maybe on YouTube, watching you. I sent him the link and everything, but he's got like a little place. Like it's upstairs. It's a nice barbershop, and he's got like a little room where he can set up a podcast studio. And I said, I'll bring all my equipment there one day, and we'll go live. It'll be crazy, and maybe help them out a little bit, and they can accept crypto. I'm like, you can do it. They're kind of concerned about ETH, Bitcoin going up and down, but I'm like, right off the gate, you can, accept USDC and stuff and get into it. Shelby's yelling at me. My words are bad. I know. I'm all over the place. It's kind of schizophrenic. But it was pretty cool to like kind of onboard a business. You know what I mean? Some local cool dudes. And I think it would be pretty fun. One of the guys watches you all the time. But I'm like, let's do a show from here. And we'll get your guys' opinion on it. And help you out. Hopefully hook them up with a wallet. Yeah, Shelby, you can talk. You're probably better than I am right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, no, listen. I brought you to the barber. It was Mason's friend up the street, Eli and Aaron, I believe. They own Always Faded Barbershop, and it's like this cool little place. It's like got that really like, I don't know, like vibe. They have like the LED light. They have like the barber chairs are like the gold and black. Like it's really cute, very stylish. And they've just been like grinding, like, they're doing it on their own, no marketing, no nothing. So we just thought it would be like a really cool idea to host a show from there, or Zach go in and do a show from there and, really teach what it's like to onboard a real life business and what the concerns are and, how it can be beneficial for businesses to accept crypto and kind of move to the Web3 world prior to the rest of the world. And, these guys are awesome. Eli, he's cut my kid's hair a couple times. And it's like, like an old school, like you go in and it's like, I don't know. I think we were in there for like an hour and a half and just like shooting the shit. So I think it's a really cool vibe.
More like 3 hours.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. It was crazy because some of their buddies got into, Bitcoin early and they were trying to convince them. So it was funny because it was completely awkward and weird at first. I'm sitting there like on my phone doing my thing. And then we started talking crypto and then the whole place lit up and people that were walking in were interested. Some of them have businesses. They were handing us cards. They're like, how do I get into this? So I think it'd be kind of epic to do a show there. You can still host it, Zach, but come up, have these guys and have like 20 people within, just my profile talking and get them in this. And I sent them the link to this. Hopefully they're in the space and listening to the show every day. And how much businesses and people we can onboard just within that business. So it's pretty crazy. That was my experience yesterday after the whole schooling thing. But, I also want to talk about, Shelby knows I'm a big blackjack guy, right? And I treat crypto like blackjack because of 2 words, variable change. And in crypto, I use that as like the alpha and the ETF. So when you're, Fade's laughing at me, but I'm going to bring this back to crypto. So when you play, blackjack, right, just a single deck, right? A couple people get some aces, you get some tens, and then you pull that out of the deck. Now that's changed completely because of variable change. You're pulling that out. And I treat that like alpha in these plays. So I adjust and I trade based on the alpha, which in crypto world for me is variable change. Whatever play you make changes the outcome. So, if a team's got tons of tokens, right, and now they're selling, that is a benefit to the holders after that's done because now they can't take away a lot of the profits. So for me, crypto is completely like a game of blackjack, and that's how I play it. And for me, variable change now is with the ETFs. Yes, the last few cycles we didn't have the ETFs in place, and the volatility was extremely insane. But moving forward, now that there's ETFs, that will change dramatically in my head. Like, I don't know if we're going to see the bottoms like we've ever seen because of this variable change as in ETFs. So I treat crypto like a game of blackjack. It's crazy. That's just the way I think. I think outside the box, completely weird. And I treated that just like the Nero play. Like, I knew it was the top. And now the FUD is starting around that with the whole crypto bubbles bullshit. Those guys fudding everything. And I'm like, fucking, they're calling the bottom right now for me. So now I'm going to eat back in. Yeah, it's going down a little bit, but I'm going to ride this thing. So that is my whole definition of variable change in crypto. I do it based on it's alpha. It's alpha for me. And you have to follow the alpha. People that sit and hold like paid and never sell will eventually lose.
Get wrecked.
Guaranteed.
Get wrecked.
You get fucking wrecked unless you get like the Bitcoin and Ethereum because they have kind of a backing now with the stock market and the ETFs. But everything else is fucking game on for me. I know I'm crazy. I'm the G. I don't care, but doesn't mean I won't get back into that play again. I adjust with alpha and times.
Zach, couple things here, and I want to get to Paid Barkoshi. Anybody who wants to come up, please come up. Share the room. We got over 1,000 people live with us on YouTube and X. Appreciate everybody listening. So, Zach, you mentioned that the game is going to change essentially with ETFs, right? And like less variability,
correct,
less volatility. That's your opinion on this. Okay, my question
correct,
is that specifically for Bitcoin and Ethereum, or does that mean the rest of the market becomes less volatile in a bear market too? Can the same be said for altcoins, or are you talking
absolutely
about
not
Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Only Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's the way I look at it. Everything else is a risk. I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum is a risk, but it's less of a risk now because you have big institutions eating the dip, buying, selling. There's a lot more money differently than crypto. People can buy it a different way. So for me, yes, the rest of the market completely a shit show. It will go. The volatility will be insane. But I think moving forward, those ETFs, like I said, are the stamp of approval. And I think the volatility will become less and less and less until meme coins get an ETF and stuff like that. And that's what I mean by the variable change. Like now the game is completely changed now that there's, regulations within the ETFs and stuff like that. So that's the way I personally look at it. That's not financial advice. I just look at it completely different than most people.
Zach, I'm going to read you a tweet, and I want you to respond to it, react to it. Paid, Barkoshi, anybody respond to it, react to it. Shelby, and then I'm going to read you this tweet, and I'm going to bounce real quick. I gotta go take a leak real quick, and I'll be right back. But here it is. Kyle Chase, right? This guy, he's a YouTuber, influencer. He's been around for a really long time. Respect him.
It's
Chase, okay. He says, holy shit, something is happening right now in the markets, and 99% are going to get wrecked. The market is repeating a pattern that has been right 97% of the time. Altcoins bleed with some outliers, while Bitcoin sucks up all the liquidity. But this is the part where the casino takes all your money. Don't let them shake you out because after this comes a mega pump. So respond to that, react to that, go across the board, Zach, Paid, Barkoshi. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, but respond to that.
Yeah, I completely agree with him. That guy's a multi-billionaire. He's a smart guy. I've seen his mega yacht. It's insane. He's a very, very smart guy. He does a lot of marketing. He's behind a lot of these projects that no one knows about. I believe everything he says. But to counter that a little bit is, history, it repeats itself, but it has changed because of ETF. So I'll let people continue on that conversation. Who's next? Paid.
Nah, give it to Barkoshi. Got his hand up. I'm about to grill the fuck out of you in about 5 seconds. But Barkoshi, you get the stage right now while I'm brewing. I'm like Mutasco real quick. I'm going to brew some shit up real quick. So, Barkoshi, what's up, bro?
Well, first I want to say bullish on old school barbers, bearish on chain barbers. Second, I kind of want to go back to the bubble maps thing real quick. We can't say it's FUD because the blockchain doesn't lie. and that is blockchain data. Now, they may have added opinions to it that is not favorable, and we don't know the truth of what's going to happen with that money, but we can say from the blockchain that this did happen. Now, whether it's a good thing or bad thing, time will tell that, because, projects need money to survive. They need money to market and all this. So now if they take this money and put it back into the project, it's all great and wonderful for the investors. If they run with it, it's bad. Just kind of want to throw that out there. But then on this, go ahead, Zach.
I want to counter that.
Here we go. This guy's gonna hog the mic all day. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be on this shit all day today. I'm on my crazy soapbox right now. They didn't rug the project. Who gives a fuck if they made money? You know how many? They should be complimenting them for keep going. You know what I mean? They didn't steal all.
No.
They got in early.
Oh, well, so that comes into the thing. Are we okay with insider trading?
Yes, 100%. Don't care. As long as you don't rug the community. I don't give a fuck if you're here to make money.
Well, I mean,
if you're not here to make money, what the hell are we doing?
Let's be honest.
Dude, what?
Hold on. Let's be honest here. Name an asset in crypto that has had zero insider trading.
Bitcoin. Shiba.
Do you really believe that? I mean, I don't.
Well, hold on. So Bitcoin you have to mine. Bitcoin you have to mine. So, there was no insider. I could not just mint tokens and give it out to people. So yes, 100%. Now, was there an inner circle that knew about it first and it spread out because they found it on the internet or they were talking to somebody? Yeah. But it's not insiders saying, hey, man, I created this token. I'll give you 1%. I'll give you 3%. I'll give you 4%. Or, hey, I'm going to launch it at this time. Make sure your bots are ready. No, it was a fair playing field for everybody. You wanted the Bitcoin, you had to mine the Bitcoin. You wanted Shiba, you had to buy the Shiba because it was all put on the chain. So, yes, there are projects out there that don't have insiders.
So,
false.
So Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever this person is or group is, didn't call 10 people and say, hey, I'm launching this new thing called Bitcoin?
Of course he did.
But, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But again, the difference between Bitcoin and everything else is Bitcoin is mintable. You cannot, it's mineable. You can't just create the token and hand it out to everybody. So even though he said, hey, I created Bitcoin, guys, he couldn't give them the Bitcoin, making them insiders. They had to go and put in work to get that Bitcoin still.
Stock market, U.S. government, everything is insider trading. Everything.
Yeah.
You kidding me? But the fact is, if you steal...
But that's what crypto was supposed to trade. We're supposed to get away from that corruption. That's what crypto's promise is.
But how do you know it's insider trading? Just because a blockchain says it doesn't mean it's true. They could have just been early investors.
Oh, 100%. That's, what I said. It's not 100% FUD. There is facts there. Now, is it the team? Is it insiders? That we will probably never know. But to sit there and just act like that data is, nothing, that makes it where the blockchain can lie then. And either the blockchain can't lie or the blockchain can lie.
Right. So really the true information is, was it insider trading or is it just early investors taking profits and people are now pissed because they made some money? But $9 million on a market cap project like that is nothing. Honestly, it's nothing. The fact that they didn't rug it, Bubble Map should be congratulating them. They're still hustling. There's still promotion. It's when a project goes that high and it completely goes to zero. Then there's a problem. That's the way I look at it.
100%. And I do disagree with how Bubble Maps put that information out because they did try to frame it in one set of way.
Yes.
So 100% there.
And they also like pick and choose which projects they're going to try to destroy. You know, what I mean,
Right.
how many projects have looked way worse than that setup of Nairo or whatever else, but they haven't said a thing. You know, so it's not only kind of what they say and how they say it, but it's like what they don't say. You know what I mean? Like what they don't bring up. You know what I mean? So like that to me is just, you know, I don't know. It's questionable.
I agree. And when you get to those levels, people want to see you do bad. They don't want to see you take over and do very, very well. That's why it's going to be hard for any more tokens that come out trying to match SHIB Doge. It's not going to happen randomly. You know, I thought Nero was going to do something like that, which they did pretty well. But you know, at some point, you know, everyone's got to make money too. It's
And
the fact
it might
of
not be
rugging
over. It might not.
Yeah,
be
I don't
over.
think it's over. The FUD, I love the FUD. That's when I buy.
I mean, if you remember with
FUD
Brett,
is good.
if you remember
FUD
with Brett,
is good.
Brett got a ton of FUD thrown its way. Remember, not too long ago. That was back in late April, I believe, if memory serves. Ton of FUD. It's same thing. Insider trading. Crash got in early. He's dumping on you. Him and his cronies are dumping on you. Blah blah blah. Then it went to a $1.9 billion market cap and basically said, you know what? Shut the hell up. You know, and then everybody forgets about it.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, FUD is a good thing, because if you're willing to go out there and FUD a project, you're taking your time, you're taking your energy on something that doesn't even affect you if you didn't invest in it. So there's a reason why you're FUDing it. And come on, let's be real. No one's going out wasting all their time trying to save your money. So they're normally just trying to get a better entry. And that's my question on bubble maps. Were they not early enough and they want to get a better entry? So that's why they dropped this? That's, you know, a possibility. That's the thing I always try to do, is question the intentions.
Me too. I agree with you 100%. I'm just having fun today. I'm not that angry, but I agree with you completely. I think the FUD on the Nero thing is hilarious, because now it's down to like 84 million or something. It's going to bottom out pretty soon, and boom, it's going to shoot right back up. Yeah, I know, Paige. It went up, went down. But, you know, people, you know, that's why they get into this, to make money. People, we're all here to make money. And unfortunately, those could have just been early investors that sold. So what? I sold before them.
I did too.
There we go. So we're both winning. That's why I think the bubble map saying, I think they're jealous.
Hello.
And they're trying to make a great project.
Or I don't know. Again, it goes back into that energy. You know, what would benefit them from wrecking the project? I don't think that's their intentions. I think they missed the boat, so they want a better entry. So why else would you put that information out there on a certain project? Bubble maps is for all projects. I encourage people to use it before investing. So to do that, just pick and choose projects. You know, there's different intentions
how about later
there.
this afternoon?
Right. I want them to prove to me now that if it's insider trading or just early investors.
Yeah,
then I'll believe them. I don't know that much. I didn't look into it that much, but just by going off of that and how much it's retweeted out and stuff creates so much FUD. But now they got to prove if it really is insider trading or if it's just early investing. So there you go, Bob.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, which you're probably not, let's see the proof. Zach will be there right behind you in your nightmare.
Let's, Pay, do you got something? You want to jump in here? What's your thoughts on all this? We'll get to crypto safe trade, too, here in a second.
Yeah, I got a bunch, all right? Everyone fucking sit down, buckle the fuck up. We're going on a plane. I'm yelling in French. I should probably be yelling in French, but I'm not going to do that. First of all, Zach, of course, I hold a bunch of shit. You know why I hold? Because to get that 100X, you got to hold. You can take profits on the way up, of course. You can take profits on the way down. back down. Of course, but you're going to have to hold some shit sometimes to get through the shit. So first of all, sit right there, and that's your lesson for today, Zach. Sometimes you got to hold because you're going to sell too early, and then you're going to be like, oh, wait, it did another 1,000x? Oh, fuck, what happened to me? And I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from anyone on the stage, not financial advice. Take profits when you want to take profits. I'll leave it at that. Now, second, Zach was saying that he's at the barbershop recruiting people. Well, okay, this part, this part don't make me laugh. No laugh emojis now. You're going to fuck me up. You're going to fuck up my role. Everyone, this is straight non-laugh emojis. Everyone stop. So Zach was in the barbershop, but I'm in Paris. All right, I'm in the red light district. Now, listen, I don't know if y'all know what a red light district is. I'm here for research and scientific purposes only. For Kyoshi, stop laughing, you're gonna throw me off. I'm here for research and scientific purposes only to see who has crypto wallets and who doesn't. And I'm out here preaching the good word of crypto to these people out here, doing some work, doing some late night activity work. I was not participating, of course. I was never, especially if my mom's in the room, I was never doing that. But I'm out here giving these wallets out. And what I'm finding out is right now, they're not accepting crypto. They're only accepting Venmo, Zelle. They don't really even have Venmo because they're in France. But Venmo, Zelle, and other things. So I'm about to change the whole game. I'm about to make my own little app. I'm about to make a little dApp out here for the people, the people of the night. Not that I am one of them or with them, but and there's money to be made everywhere, guys. And this could be another avenue. So I'm looking forward to partnering with Zach and Zach to help me make this app and financially back this, because there are safer ways to make money if you are in those type of, businesses. All jokes aside, even if you can't tell if I'm joking or not, because I can't tell, I hope everyone's having a good day in the Breakfast Club, even though Zach from Subway took 30 minutes this morning to speak, which is ridiculous. I guess I want this guy on the show more often so he's not speaking as long, so that was ridiculous. It's already a half hour almost into the show, and it's been Zach the whole time. A little Bartoshi, but all Zach. Zach, you're in timeout for the next 20 minutes. Thank you. Zach Humphries, how the hell are you?
Well, geez, pretty good. Let's get down to Crypto Safe Trade. What's up, man? Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing, Zach and everyone?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. I wanted to react on multiple...
Can you share the room?
Yeah, if you check my profile, you can see it on your own. I wanted to react about multiple things, multiple points. First of all, I will give my opinion on all those Carbal tokens because I also have invested, etc., on them, made my money, but I still remain objective on them. Then I will talk about bubble maps and Bitcoin. The only positive, I'm going to tell you them straight, I disagree with you on many points, but I am happy that, and I agree on one point, is that you made money and you sold before them. And that's a really good news, and that's what matters. And on that, we are totally on the same page. So that's, I think, the most important thing before I continue. So the thing is, first of all, bubble maps, you need to understand their business. Their business is to basically expose any Carbal token, basically, that snipes the supply and which says supply control is good for the growth of the token. And then when they do that, first of all, they expose them. When they try to basically hide it, how do they hide it? So many ways. Buying with multiple tons of small chunks with like 200, 300, 400 wallets. You can do that with the software easily. It has been exposed in many videos, even live. For example, on Handsome Finance, you can find expose them on that, so it's good because blockchain are public, so it's good for the investors and the hodlers to know exactly what they are doing, especially when they try to hide it. Then when they say, oh, the problems comes from here, oh, we didn't sell, it was blah, 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 whatever. Bubble Maps, again, is there for basically exposing them and say, no, we have tracked it. There is a link with basically the deployer wallet or the wallet that initially sniped the supply. And boom, we can tell you 100% that the dev team has sold. Okay, no problem. They need to make money. I agree on that point with you. They definitely need to make money, but they shouldn't basically lie. You know what I mean? Shouldn't say, like, not assume that they are basically dumping on the head of the hodlers. What else? And on top of that, I wanted to talk about BTC. BTC, I'm just going to give my opinion. A lot of people have like crazy basically targets, etc. Me, I have a different thesis. I think that Bitcoin basically, I don't think that's what we have seen. Bitcoin basically ranged between 74K and I would say an average, we could agree on that, 53K, even if it went to 49K. During more than 6 months, 8 months, since January, it is ranging over there. And when you see when you form a bottom, it's not like what we have seen. It's really rare. The V-shaped recovery, etc. It's really rare. A lot of people talk about that, but if you take a lot of charts and study them, you will see that this is not how most of the time a bottom is formed. A bottom normally is formed when there is basically, you go down after a massive sell-off, and then there is a long flat consolidation. And then once everyone basically has accumulated and we have no sellers, the last buyers, they buy and they push the price to the upside. And also, so that's the first reason why I think we are going to go lower. The second reason, the second reason why I think we are going to go lower is because during those 8 months, people were not interested in buying around 60K. Definitely not. And you have been able to see that with your own eyes. So what could be basically, what has a higher probability to happen would be a Bitcoin that would go to 43, 46K. Ranging in this zone, in my opinion, between 4 weeks and 8 weeks would be quite possible for basically the buyers to find an interest to buy Bitcoin, to accumulate over there, and then continuation to the upside. And for the continuation to the upside, I would give like the same target as a lot of people have already talked about, between 80 and 86K, nothing more than that. Especially because of we are almost at the end of the bull run, even if it remains 15 months, October 2000, normally 2025, if we refer to the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. That's the first scenario for me. So 43, 46K, accumulation there, then 80, 86K. That would be the last leg to the upside, the fifth and last wave, and it would make sense with the lack of buying power, etc., and the economical context. Second and last scenario, we go to 43, 46K, accumulation over there, maybe even shorter than what I said. We go up, we go back to 60K, and then we enter in a bear market and we continue to the downside. Why is that? Because every time when we basically started the bear market, it always caught off guard people. Nobody was basically calling people and saying, hey, we are entering in a bear market, and Bitcoin always does the opposite of everyone is expecting. And the last thing is, I just go back to and I will finish on that, conclude on that, just go back to the Nero and all those Kerbal tokens. So the problem and what annoys people, and also bubble maps on that, is that, for example, a lot of people basically, those dev team, they snipe a lot of the supply Then they send basically this supply also to KOL. And then they have a really, really advantage in terms of their entry. And then they almost have an unlimited, when they have sniped 90 or 80% of the supply, they have a really, really big edge on the retail investors, who then are basically used as exit liquidity for them, or for even the more malicious token, they farm them. So it means each time that basically they push the narrative, they let people enter on the token, and they sell on the heads. That's why basically Bubble Maps doesn't like it. And generally speaking, except during this bull run, this cycle, people accept those cabal tokens. But generally speaking, the crypto world doesn't like that, because the crypto world like fair way. And what is a fair way, even in traditional finance or whatever, it's like the supplies must be decentralized. And that's not the case. And that's then unfair, and that's not good. See what I mean? And other thing, when you said, yes, I cannot know who is selling, because yes, it's pseudonymous. There is a kind of way to know. How do you do that? You check basically the sales. If you check on chain, you go on SolScan or whatever the blockchain is. I have done that multiple times. I warned people 2 months ago about Wolf, and I even said here on this show to stop buying this token, because they are doing basically bullshit, and they are basically farming their community.
Safe
It's
trade.
exactly what happened.
Safe trade. Appreciate that, man. Let me jump in. I just want to get some other people's perspectives. Appreciate all the insight. I'll let you come back here in a little bit, but let's keep it moving a little bit. Anybody want to respond to that? We got Shwamos up here.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so I know everyone's gearing up for me because I'm the crazy guy and I don't care.
No, Zach, I'm the crazy guy. Don't forget that.
I'll be the crazy guy today. It's just my thing. You know, for a project, right? If they buy the tokens, they can sell them. I don't care. Projects have to make money. This is why we don't see a lot of businesses in crypto. I can tell you another reason for that. But, you know, everyone's going to fund it if businesses start taking profits. They're going to be like, oh, they're selling on the community, blah, 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 this bullshit. For me, that's why I fucking sell at the top every time. I don't care what project you're in. I'm going to sell before you and wait for it to dip down, because the majority of projects, the peak of it is the launch, and then it retraces, and then you got to wait 4 years for it to come back. So if you can beat them to it, you can make money. Unfortunately, everyone's going to hate me for that, but I don't really care. But you have to beat some of these people, or you are going to be their exit liquidity. But for me, as an investor standpoint, I don't care if projects, the owners, the early investors sell. They have to make money, and we have to switch that narrative of calling it FUD when they're trying to keep their lights on. You know, if they don't have taxes, they're going to sell tokens. And it's just the difference between whether they got that for free and they're sending it to a wallet and dumping it on you. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a slow rug. But if they purchase the tokens themselves and they're selling it, I see that's fine. Businesses do have to survive in this space. And it's just what you have to do, unfortunately.
Can I ask you two questions, Zach, from what you just said? Just to learn, yeah. I have two questions for you. What do you find more fair? Basically a team that has sniped, that is not as greedy as that, 20% of the supply, or a team that has sniped 90% of the supply?
To me, I don't care. If they paid for it, it's their prerogative.
But do you understand that a team that has sniped 90% of the supply can constantly dump on you, while the team that has sniped 20% of the supply is limited? And do you know that when you have a team that has sniped even 90% of the supply, the only way for you to win, and that's why I wanted to conclude on that, is to you betting on the goodwill of the team to not wreck the chart.
I
that's
agree.
problematic, bro.
That's why I preach cheating. I'll be the bad guy.
Absolutely. We totally agree, and that was the fucking how can I say that, conclusion of that. And that's why I told you before I started, I am with you. So happy to hear you, to have heard you basically said that. So yeah, the only way is to cheat. Only way.
It is 100%. And then you can still, it's not over there. You know, once you sell, you can still get back into the project just at a lower price, and hopefully they got rid of most of the supply before you got back in. So this is why I go back to variable change and alpha. You have to pay attention, and you know what I mean. You really, really have to pay attention to these projects. Who's behind it? What's going on? How is it moving? You know, for these degen plays, it's not just a sit back and go have a cup of coffee or go on the golf course with Zach.
Definitely, Zach, but that's not what they sell. You know, the poor people, they sell them the fact that it's going to go to the moon, hodl even until 2030, and it's problematic and it's dangerous because they are fooling people. You see what I mean? They don't know what we are saying right now. See what I mean?
I agree. That's why you have to pay attention. A good project that's up here, and we'll let them speak next, is LTD. They're doing really good things for the space. Pay attention to them. Do you know what I mean? Pay attention. I'm usually not vocal on it, but you have to. This goes back to alpha. You got to watch what these projects are, how they're moving. How are they doing things? Are they quiet? Are they just going to launch it and then leave, or are they out there in the community working, trying to get this stuff going? Who's backing them? How many people are invested? Is there vesting periods? Is all this stuff? You have to pay attention to all of this stuff. You know what I mean? I wasn't super early into Nero, but I was early enough to sell before they did, and that's what I did. And I'm still bullish on them. I don't care if they dump the 90% of the supply. I'll probably buy more, and then I'll be in a better position. But that's just crypto, and unfortunately, it's hard that we teach people to hold and hold and hold. That's going to be a huge problem for 98% of the people. You have to adjust your thinking a little bit. You're not going to make money until you sell. Plain and simple.
Yeah, but
and
Zach, I agree with you, right? But also, as an example, you could have gotten early in the MAPE, right? Around, like, let's say,
when I called it.
Hold on, listen. Even earlier, you could have gotten in earlier than that. 300K, 400K, went to $1 million and G'd it out. But then you're going to miss that 25x from 1 mil to 25. Obviously, it retraced and went back down, right? I agree, 100%.
That's false.
But you also missed that 25x from 1 mil to 25 mil. And you can say, oh, at least I got my profits in, but sure. Yeah. But did you leave a moon bag? Did you leave a big enough moon bag? And that's the flip side of the coin. Yes, G early, go for it. Give them 1x and call it a day. Or, you can be a little more adventurous, especially if you didn't gamble that much money. And now you got a 25x, and then obviously it's going to go down, whatever the fuck. But, like, you're going to have to take some of these chances. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem, too, with that is a lot of people don't know when to sell at the top. So taking that 1, 2, 3x multiple times will get you a better outcome than just holding everything and hoping it goes to the moon. So you know what I mean? Yeah, leave a moon bag. I agree with you. But if someone got in when we called MAPE and they got out, $1, $2, $3 million, congrats to them.
Yeah,
they did very, very well.
More often than not, you take your profits at 3 to 4x, you're going to win. Right. You're going to win. Because more often than not, it's not going to do a 25x after it. You know what I mean?
Correct.
You can't bank on that scenario happening. That's an outlier. That's like a 1 in 50. That happens. 49 out of 50 times. 49 out of 50 times, you taking a 3 to 4x off the table, you're winning.
But Zach, I also disagree with that because it plays on this show that we have called, you have called, Zach has called, I have called that have done more.
But paid. You're playing Monday morning quarterback. You know what I mean? You're playing Monday morning quarterback. You're like, well, look, if you just would have stayed in, you would have made so much more money. Well, yeah, easier said now. You know what I mean? And I'm not coming at it. I'm just, it's easy to say that after the fact, but in the moment, most of them aren't going to do what you're saying they're going to do. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
Exactly. If you repeat basically the experiment on 20, 30 tokens, you go with your strategy paid, or we go with one of the two Zach strategy. They are telling you that they will win more than you, and you will lose more. It's a question of probability because in the end, you are going to lose.
Bigger, but I can also win much bigger. I can lose more for sure, but I can also win much bigger.
But over time to exist, there is only one motto, man. Small losses, small gains equal big win.
Yeah, but the percentage, and then we'll go to Shelby real quick, and then we'll go to Skylar. But the percentage you winning paid it's very low because of all the variables of who's behind the project. Are they going to rug it before you can even hit those levels? Do you know what I mean? So taking those 2, 3 X's you'll definitely win more times than not. Trust me.
Hey, Zach, do you hear me?
What is going on in the room? Hold on, Jesus Christ! Oh, I muted everybody for a second because y'all are crazy. What I'm saying is, I'm not disagreeing.
Somebody sounds like they're on a toilet or something.
They probably are, Zach. This is like to listen to all this bullshit going around the room. No, but listen, I agree with you guys, but I also disagree. For instance, say fucking Solana. You get into Solana $9, and then you're gonna be like, okay, I got to $27, I'm out, or I'm just gonna leave a small moon bag, and what happens? 260. Euro, same thing. Mate, same thing. Even Nike early when I called it, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So like,
but
yeah,
I agree. I agree to a certain degree, but we're talking more meme coins. We're talking low market cap stuff. When you're talking those big, blue chip stuff, yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's where you put most of your investments, and yeah, you'll see the gains. I agree with you on that. But I'm talking small market cap, risky stuff. And for you not to take 2-3x's off of that and move on is foolish because you're going to lose more than you'll win on these plays. Trust me, I do it daily.
Keep a moon bag. That's fine. That's cool. But like, win the damn trade. That's my point. Win the damn trade. Stack wins. Sure, keep a moon bag, whatever. And if it does what you pay what you're saying, if it does 100x, you feel a little bit of that rush. Okay, but no matter what, you're a winner. And that's you got to stack small wins. Especially, here's the thing, guys. All cryptos are not created equal. Okay? Some crypto that came out last week is not Chainlink. Some crypto that came out last month is not Avalanche. Some crypto that came out 4 months ago is not Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It's like you have to parse out what it is you are investing in, what it is like your time frame is. Like with Bitcoin, Ethereum, you may look at that as a 401k type play, long-term savings account. With Chainlink, you might look at it as say, hey, I'm going to trade Chainlink within this bull cycle. I have my price points where I'm going to take my profits. I don't know when that's going to happen. It could happen in Q4. It could happen in Q1. It could happen in Q2 next year. Whenever it happens, I've got my strategy. I've got my plan to take my profits on my Chainlink. Versus I hop into, let me see here. Insert frickin' meme coin.
Turtleneck Inu, just say it, Zach.
There you go. I hop into Turtleneck Inu at a 200K market cap, and it goes to $1 million in an hour. If you're not taking your basis out in some right there, you're an idiot. Sorry to tell you. And that's just, I'm sorry. If you just 5x in an hour and you're not winning that trade, shame on you. Period.
100%. 100%.
I want to get the conversation more about the macro here. This was good and everything, kind of diving deep into this. This is cool. I like it. But I want to gear more toward like Q4. What are we doing? What are we looking at? How are we kind of positioning ourselves? So Shelby, go ahead, and then we'll get to Skylar. And I want to get to LTD here in a second, too.
Yeah, no, sorry. I don't have anything to give on the more of like the macro conversation. I was just going to speak to what Paige was talking about real quick. So I respect your trading style and also Zach's from Subway's trading style. However, someone who onboards all the time, it is so much easier for someone to enjoy the crypto that they're holding if they can maybe 3x their money and see a little bit of that money coming back. And then as they progress through their crypto journey, then they can decide if they want to hold the bag or if they want to hold a moon bag, get in and out, whatever they want to do. But if you can show them that they can have small wins throughout their early crypto career, then they're going to be more apt to hold it and to, be able to onboard others throughout several months, years, whatever it may be. If you're just like holding your gold, your diamond handing everything and you're seeing losses, that's going to deter you from even wanting to be in this space sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm talking, yes, that's for newer people though. I'm talking about for like people who are a little more experienced that can see, the forest through the trees. You know what I'm saying? I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, no,
I'm just saying, if you've been in a cycle or two and you put your money in fucking Cardano of all things, and it's at 10 cents right now, whatever the fuck it is, I'm definitely gonna hold that for a 10x, maybe a 15x from there. You know, I'm not saying it's at 10 cents. It's way higher than that. Not way higher, but you know what I'm saying. So, like, I'm going to hold that for a 10x, 15x, even a 20x. You know what I'm saying? And I guess we're you guys are talking more meme coins. I'm talking about more overall market in general.
The other thing here before we move on, I mean, to put a bow on this for me at least, the other thing is this is so dependent and so person specific. So and this is like, I think we fall into this trap all the time. Like, we're creating these general guidelines and general rules for people who are in completely different situations. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just be like, hey, this is the way to do it. Like, some person has, you know, they're coming into the market with $500. Another person's coming in with $50,000, and they don't care if they lose it. You know what I'm, like, it's just, this is why, like, creating these, like, you know, end all be all type ways to do it is just, you know, we can't do that. So I don't want to lose sight of that, because it is really an individual thing. Like, here's the other thing. What are your individual goals? How old are you? How much time do you have? What's your net worth? How much money do you make? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your financial situation? Do you have family? I mean, like, there's so many freaking questions that we honestly have to unpack before we can say, like, hey, here's the strategy that fits you. You know what I mean? So, like, we're talking about this, but it's like everybody in this room should have their own plan for them.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, we lost sight of that one just because when I saw the Neuro Bubble Maps thing today, or no, yesterday, I went on a tangent in my head.
No, and it's cool. I like
agree.
it. I like it. I mean, I do. I think it's good. I think it's healthy. I just didn't want to lose sight of that fact, right? It's like, you know, oh, you should just do this or do that. Like, you know, but I mean, it really does depend on where you are. Like, and Zach, I know you'll understand this. And, you know, some of the people that have done well in crypto will get this point, okay? As you start, like, stacking up bigger and bigger wins, you take on less risk. It's just a natural thing. Like, you start de-risking. You start taking, you know, I mean, and here's the other thing. Along the way, you get wrecked umpteen times. You know, you start taking less of those chances. Like, you start being really strategic with the moves you make. I mean, I will say this, when I first came in, you know, I came in with like $6 or $7 grand. And I had, like, spent so much time to save up this amount of money. I was like living off of like nothing. I was in debt, but I literally was making like hardly anything per year. Like, but I like literally saved up $7 grand. I'm like, I'm gonna go invest. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna start it. And luckily the timing was perfect. I got super lucky, super lucky. But, you know, luck meets, you know, opportunity and all of that, right? So I got into Dogecoin at a penny, sold it at 7 cents. I put all $7 grand in there. I don't advise you to go do that, by the way. But I 7x'd, I turned 7 into 50K. And yeah, you could say, you know, paid, and I'm not coming at you here. You could say, well, Zach, you're an idiot. It went to 70 cents. You're so dumb.
Zach,
right?
Zach, you know my story, though. I got in at half a penny.
I know.
And wrote it to 10 cents.
I know, but here's the thing. You know, on one hand, you could be like, oh, you're an idiot. You're a jeter. You sold too soon. You didn't have the long-term vision or whatever. I would disagree completely. What happened at that time was exactly what I needed. I realized that gain. I realized that profit. I just turned 7 into 50, and now I've got 50, and now I can diversify. And that motivated me to learn more about the market. It motivated me to learn more about all these different sectors and all these capabilities and all these possibilities. You know what I mean? I very easily could have been the Dogecoin millionaire and watch it ride up and ride down and never invest in anything else. I'd much rather take my 7x, and then it forced me to kind of learn the market and navigate it that way. You know, so did I lose some along the way then? Did I over diversify? Hell yeah. But it was part of the process, you know? And again, that's kind of my point. It's like, I think Shelby said it earlier, like, having some of those early wins, I think, is so crucial as a new investor. Because if you come in and get wrecked with your $500 or $1,000 investment, how much more likely are you to stay in the game and, like, you know, believe in the longevity of blockchain and crypto? You know what I mean? It's, yeah, I think everybody's situation is different. Everybody's journey is different. And I think as you kind of stay in this market, your feelings and opinions and strategies change. And I think they should over time, you know?
Definitely, Zach. But one thing that I disagree with what you said is that when you said the situation of each individual is different, but one thing is the same for everyone. It is the chart. So if someone basically even has a small amount of money and doesn't take profit, whatever you bag, the chart will go down. So in the end, what is basically takes over and is more basically important is to take profits regularly, as you said. And it's not based on the situation of each person because the chart remains the same for everyone. Whatever you invested, it's a game of probabilities and percentages.
I agree. I agree with that. I hear you. I want to get to Skylar. Go ahead, man. Skylar, go ahead.
Can I audible?
What's up? Yeah.
Can I ask my question?
Sure. Go ahead.
My question is, what is the main vision and goal of your project, and who are your targeted customer in the market?
All right.
Wait,
And
whoa, whoa, whoa. Who paid you to get on here?
No,
We
hold
don't
on.
have a project.
It's probably just a misunderstanding. We don't have any projects, Skylar. It's just a conversation we do all the time. So I think this person's new. Let's be respectful because I think it's honestly a genuine mistake here. But
Zach,
You know he's Indian? He's Indian, man.
No, Zach. These are the type of people that come into my Telegram, come into United the Breakfast Club, but other Telegrams and start showing how they can make the project go 100x, and they talk just like that. Zach, you gotta take my word on this one.
all right, well, let's keep it moving. Let's go up to let's see.
We got LTD.
Yeah, LTD's in the house. They've got an upcoming project. Let's hear from them a little bit. LTD, what's going on?
Hey, it's Crimson. How's it going?
What's happening?
So yeah, we have our launch tomorrow. So like less than 24 hours from now will be our launch window. We hit over 50K participants in Ape Terminal for our IDO. So that was pretty insane. But yeah, so essentially we're basically going to be bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 with an epic advertising platform that basically like it can be used for everything. So like crypto businesses, in real life businesses, stuff like that. Like it's going to have your metrics and everything. So you can really follow basically like your target audience and make sure that your ads are working and stuff like that. It's going to be insane. We've got a ton of in real life like business partners, so travel agencies, stuff like that. We just got listed on Gate.io. We're already up on CMC. Our CMC is already up. Like we've just been grinding and it's been insane. Like this has been a super busy last year with everything that we've been planning on doing, and we're just gonna keep going still. So yeah, we're very excited for launch tomorrow to finally have it hit the ground.
So for those
Well,
of
let's
you guys,
get you on Shark Tank.
yeah, we definitely should. So for those of you guys who don't know, LTD is a project that was out at ETH Toronto, and I had a chance to meet with them out there. And met Tony and some of the head people there. They had a great presence at Toronto, great booth. They hosted the yacht party. They are, I guess, SHIB supported. It's not an official SHIB project, but SHIB supported. A lot of Shiba Inu people that have been around for a really long time are supporting them. And Zach Paid, I've actually partnered up with them within the last week and a half to kind of help with their push. I'll talk to you guys about it after.
All right.
So yeah, we can talk about that after. But yeah, LTD, glad to have you here. And yeah, I just wanted to say full disclosure, guys, I am partnered up with them. I think anytime a influencer is talking about something and they are, being compensated, I think it's necessary to let you guys know. But I do plan to invest in the project and see where this thing goes. Because yeah, I was pretty impressed by them out at Toronto. Made like 4 or 5 really good connections already, and some other upcoming partnerships I'll announce with some of the companies that were out there. That's why you got to go to conferences, guys. Meet people face to face. It's so important. It changes your whole understanding of who somebody is when you actually shake their hand and oftentimes break bread with them. All this sort of stuff, especially in crypto, right? Because you start doing things over just Telegram and text, and it's like you don't really know who the hell you're talking to until you put face to name. So I was able to do that out there. Definitely interested and intrigued with what they've got cooking. And so LTD, are you guys utilizing AI at all? Are you guys utilizing AI within your platform?
So we're gonna have like an AI aspect of things. On our website right now, there's actually they might have taken it down for now, but there was an AI like chat GPT type of deal. But we're going to have a more intense one that will help you like generate advertisements and stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be up there on the ad platform once it's live. Also, sorry, I am getting over COVID, so I'm kind of losing my voice here. But yeah, so it's going to be very like
Do you believe in COVID? COVID is just a flu. Come on.
Well, whatever it is, it sucked. But yeah, it's gonna be very like new aged and like high tech stuff going on. So we're gonna be constantly developing it and stuff like that. Zach, did you manage to get one of the plushies at ETH Toronto?
Yes, I did.
They were amazing. They were everywhere too, and I love seeing them like posted all. They were posted all over Twitter. It was awesome.
Yeah, everything was pretty awesome this year at ETH Toronto. I think you guys had some of the biggest presence there. Honestly, obviously hosting the yacht party and everything. People were super excited about K9's booth. I think was close to you guys, like Caddy Corner there. They had a great space.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really awesome, and this is why I love like getting out to these places. You know, Singapore's coming up next month. I think I'm going to be heading out there. I'm still on the fence a little bit, but trying to work out some details. But any chance I get to go to these places and go to these conferences, it's just you come back, by the way, with so much renewed energy. Not only it's just like the networking and the people you meet, but you just come back with this sense of, you know, I'm in the right place at the right time. You know, and that's the feeling I always get. I always get energized, you know, when I come back from these type of events. And yeah, I mean, it was definitely mass exposure. You know, speaking of Ape Terminal, why did you guys select them? I know they're a household name, and it sounds like you guys are blowing off some numbers here. I mean, even more so than K9 in a lot of ways. What they did, and they did what, like a 30x at launch. I'm not saying that could happen or that will happen, but it's promising, right?
Yeah, so I was also involved with K9, like me, myself. I do their community management and Telegram and stuff like that. So they did like insane numbers as well, especially on launch. And I mean, the amount of marketing and stuff like that they have done is also comparable to what we have done. But I think LTD has done it on a broader scale within like the real world, as far as like getting the travel agencies and getting, you know, Gate.io right off the hop and all these things. And yeah, Ape Terminal, I mean, the huge reason why we went with Ape Terminal was because it is just such a well-known name and brand, and it really helped get the word out about LTD. And then our community is so insane. Like, I find with a lot of these SHIB projects, like, they're very broken out. Like, you've got, you know, K9, you've got the actual SHIB army, you've got, like, over the years, they kind of just broke out into their own little projects, and LTD is really bringing them all back together to focus on one project. So it's really encouraging the community to act as one to help push this. And it's going back to the basics of like the SHIB army, right? And how it was with SHIB. So it's definitely been really good for us and helped us, you know, get those higher numbers for things.
Shelby, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was giving Kitten a hard time on our roast space about LTD. So I'm so happy that there's like a set date for launch. I'm really excited, and I think that you guys are doing amazing things. For those down that might not know about LTD, can you post something in the bubble about maybe your Telegram or your launch or anything that you can?
Yeah.
I think that would be super helpful. I know that we're in the loop, so we know it, but there might be some listeners that may not. And then as far as conferences and like the importance of them, we actually had a space the other night, and it was with Crypto Chicks, and Crypto Queen, who's listening, was hosting it along with Gabby, and it was a great listen. So if you're thinking about a project, if you're a project thinking about going to a conference, or just want more general information about a conference, listen to that recording. I can link it, and it had some really useful tips and ideas, and just like, the general, like how things work around the conferences. So yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, I feel bad. Kitten was such a good sport, and it was a roast space, so it was like funny and stuff, but I'm excited for LTD.
Yeah, tomorrow's it's gonna be insane, but it's gonna be so much fun. We actually have one more mega space before launch too, so it's gonna be tonight. I will be co-hosting on that too, so if any of you guys want to like request a speaker spot and say something, like feel free to hop up. I could see poor Kitten in the comments just like reacting when you said that you were giving her a hard time about launch date. But yeah, we did it. We had a really good reason for delaying launch, and it was so that we could set up all this extra stuff that we wanted to set up. Sorry, my dog is also deciding to participate in this conversation. But yeah, if we didn't delay the launch, we wouldn't have gotten set up like we are now. And I think we are in like a way better place than we were to launch a month ago. So yeah, it was definitely in the best interest of the project and for the investors and for everyone, really.
That's awesome. And that's what I mean by looking at these projects. Find out what projects are doing, how they're going to engage the community and build for their brand and everything. And LTD is the staple of that right there. That's why I was watching it very closely. And I'm super bullish on it because they're actively working. They're actively spreading good information, building for their community. This is what I look for to put a bunch of money into a project. Not financial advice, but shout out to LTD.
Do we have a time on the launch tomorrow?
We don't have a time set yet. We will probably post like a time frame later today. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I think there's a lot of like little things that are being worked out for today. Just like all those last minute things, how launches tend to go. So yeah, we're going to put a time frame up some point today, but at this moment, I can't say when. But it'll be during the day EST time. That I can say.
Sweet. Appreciate that.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got a bunch of hands up. What's up, Pedro? Good meeting you out in Toronto, man.
Bro, it was so actually I wanted LTD. I would love to have you. Right? Yeah, I did. And I was frustrated because I wasn't able to really fully connect with you guys because Rio and a bunch of other stuff was going on. I would love to have you on my show on Monday post launch just to hear how crazy it was and how dope it is, if you're cool with that.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to message me, actually, I will message you from my main Twitter.
Okay.
And we can set it up for sure. Just look for a message from Crimson Creator.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No worries.
I'm so stoked. I hope you guys do really well.
It's gonna be insane. I mean, I would bet my firstborn child this is gonna be.
Do not listen. First
Yo, that's conviction. That is conviction right there, bro.
I'm taking the bet.
Wow.
This is a recorded space.
No
my God.
Yo, you heard it here first.
I took the bet. Y'all heard it here first. It's recorded. I took the bet.
You're taking the bet? Okay, but my firstborn child is my dog. So
I'll take your new dog. We can travel all over France together.
Okay.
Dogs, that's what's up. That's why always when I hear the puppy, man, my heart always jumps in. I'm all about puppies, man, and like little cats. We actually had this guy on Fox, right? Who like does all these things, and his cat jumped on the show, and oh shoot, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. And like, so this guy's cat jumped on our show, and I was like, "Oh, kitty!" And like, this guy's like in the middle of like going in and like talking about like all these sophisticated macro events happening. And my brain went to like, "Oh, kitty, I want to play." And like, he's like, he said that he was like, "I don't think I want to come on anymore with Pedro. He's way too ADD." And yeah. But like, when I hear a dog or something like that, I'm like, oh, I go like in a child mode, like, which isn't good, you know, really unprofessional. But,
yeah. Well, you can always count on my German Shepherd to try to get involved in spaces and any type of phone call. Like, she's dramatic, and she hears the voices and she's like, oh, what's that? I'm going to be annoying.
No, she's not being annoying. She hears her mama getting excited. She sees and feels your actual vibrations. She's
still a puppy, so that one's still a puppy. Yeah, yeah. My golden retriever is the calm one who's napping in the corner right now. So
he's like, "Mama's talking."
Yeah.
Dope. All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd love to know what happens on post launch. I've launched a few tokens, and man, it's so exhausting. You're just like, oh, I think I'm about to die. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, why am I doing this again? Right? Like, you're just like, you can't handle it.
Oh yeah, and I do it, you know, regularly. It is what it is.
A quick question for you. I met Russ. Over at eToronto / Futurist Conference.
Yeah.
And great guy, dope dude. He's really, and I'm part of the community. And I found out we're going to be doing some stuff with SHIB, kind of like where we're living. And I was just wondering, like, who's on the other side selling to us? The institutions. When we sell, who's on the other end taking that sell? The buyers, the institutions. So now if we want to sit there and really push this market, we don't have the gumption anymore to do that, literally because they have the buying prowessness to be able to hold it. And so to sit there and parse that out between the nuances, unless you're sitting there looking at the charts on a daily basis and looking at the seller wicks and buyer wicks, it's going to be extremely difficult. So I think what I want to see is I want to see a sell off kind of in like in a wave motion where if I see a sell-off in the traditional finance area and we see, let's say, a 10% correction, even dare I say a 20%, right, in the next quarter here, because they're talking about raising rates, and then you're going to have a big issue where people are kind of stuck in the middle there. When that happens, it's going to kind of make things cascade, and people are going to look to one, alpha. Two, they're going to look to security. So I think when people come in looking for alpha, they're going to be coming into crypto. So it all depends on what is actually happening in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? The cyclical rotation is really important because this is how they make their money, right? And we're on the fourth quarter. So this is going to be push comes to shove. If they're down and out, are they going to sell out their crypto positions currently in and then put that money into, let's say, lagging TradFi industries that potentially will grow, you know, into the first quarter and second quarter, right? So it's just going to be depends. And the biggest key is, and I don't know if people remember this, but this was back in 2009 when Kramer talked about how they would fade a stock, and he was talking about, listen, it's the end of the quarter, it's the end of the year, and you're on your fourth quarter, and you need to make your investors happy, or your your manager happy, because he's got to bring his quarterly earnings or everything, or his P&L in front of his bosses. So they start to sell off things. And so I think there's two things that could happen here. It's not just clear cut, but I think we could see a decline in one TradFi to put money into crypto. So at the end of the quarter, we sit there and they're able to sell off into the market at the end of July, right? Or not end of July, January, right? Where they're able to make that type of cash. So they can sit there and say, look, this is what we did, high five. And everybody slaps hands and say, we made money, right? And then what they do is they push the bull market. So this is what I think I think that's what's actually going to happen. I think if Trump wins, that's really going to exacerbate the propelling of crypto. And I think we could see a 200, 300,000 Bitcoin, right? And then if that happens, and Trump comes in, all of a sudden there now becomes a set of a Federal Reserve. What am I saying? Federal Reserve. A reserve of cryptocurrency that's going to be bought by, I think, the U.S. government if Trump comes in. We saw Paul Ryan over on the Bankless show, where he was literally talking about how this needs to happen. And I know people don't think he's a polar guy. There's a lot of stuff going on with him. But the fact that he simply said, I am pro crypto, and I very much see it as a way to actually satiate the bond usage that we're no longer receiving, right? Like the rest of the countries are no longer buying our bonds. So those bonds, long story short, dictate the stability of America. And so if crypto really is used as that, hedge to be able to sit there and say now goes through and fortifies the lack of world countries buying our bonds, it's going to be a really interesting thing. So that's what I might take on all of that.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. That's great insight. Let's go down to, I think Brandon's been waiting for a little while. Brandon, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me all right?
Got you, brother.
Awesome. I'm just political canvassing right now. I'm in Pennsylvania, and a quick statistic: if Pennsylvania does win Trump over, there is a 96% chance that he will win the election. So right now, I am busting my ass off for him. I'm trying to, steer all these people, to, obviously like the realism of, Trump and, why, they need to vote for him. So, I'm over here taking a break real quick. I'm just part of the general public. I don't have a freaking check mark like you guys, but I'm very new to crypto. That's why I come into here, listen to you guys, and try to learn based off of you guys and what you're talking about and conversing. So kind of basically what going off of what Pedro said. With Trump, if he wins the election, I don't think necessarily, I think honestly necessarily you should be putting money into crypto even before the fact that it is 100% confirmed in November 4th that he wins the election. just due to the fact of, confidence. And, there is no way, and I don't mean to get too political in here, but there is no way that the other side should win whatsoever. Trump being endorsed by RFK and so many others, it is almost, ideal that, he should win the election unless, again, the other side finds some way to rig the system. But real quick, I just want to say, again, I'm very new to crypto. My friend got me into crypto, and he was talking about the 4-year cycle, and that really intrigued me. I'm like, shit, I should probably get into it. So I, threw a couple, 1,000 to XRP, a little bit into Bitcoin, and I threw like 10,000 into SHIB, which is probably, I don't know. It's a very, very big risk, especially for myself. So I guess I kind of want to hear maybe your thoughts on that, if anybody wants to chime in.
I know Zach wants to chime in. I could speak, but I know Zach's chomping at the bit. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm not chomping at the bit. I'll be pretty calm now. So new to that. So what are your investments one more time? You said XRP and what else? SHIB and something else, right?
Yeah, SHIB, and then obviously like Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Okay, and what is how did you disperse that money, if you don't mind? Like, how much did you put into each one?
Yeah. So XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, I put 1,000, and then SHIB, I kind of just, my friend really intrigued me with SHIB, so I kind of just went all out without having any information last month. I mean, again, now I have information on it, but I threw 10,000 into SHIB.
Oh, man. All right, so this is your risk. I mean,
yeah, first of all, Zach, make sure you start off with not financial advice. Thank you.
Yeah, not financial advice. That would probably be, I would have told you to do things differently. I would have put almost 80% into like Bitcoin, Ethereum, more of the steady plays, and then the less risky thing, less money. It depends on where we're at in the cycle. If it runs, you're going to do very well on SHIB, but just remember, take your profits. Don't round trip this as in going up and going back down, because you'll lose your money and you'll be waiting for 4 years. So that is one of the best advice I can give you. Take profits. Risk wise, you're very risky right now because you put most of your stuff into SHIB. I love SHIB, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, that stuff is a less risky play because of ETFs and stuff like that. None of this is financial advice. It's just your friend probably got you in. Did he get into anything and 100x his money at any point in his career in crypto, or is he just excited because of the decimal point?
No, yeah. He was showing me screenshots. I guess I'm not sure exactly when. I think it was around COVID, probably, where he was kind of moving up, like 100x or something crazy like that. And he was showing screenshot after screenshot how it kept going up and up. So I'm like, all right, yeah, this is kind of enticing, especially again with the 4-year cycle right around the corner. So I just kind of went all out. Probably like an idiot, but fuck it, we bought.
Right. Is this money you can afford to lose? That'd be my next question.
To an extent. If it gets to a certain, extent, I will probably end up pulling out. But for the most part, I mean, not 100% of it, but a good portion at least. But that's not my expectation.
Okay, so if the price goes down and things start crashing, it's not going to wreck your family life or your normal life, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, all right, that's a good start. But your friends kind of got a little mixed up because of the risk factor. I would have probably put the 5,000 split probably between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the rest of the money, maybe I would have diversified a little bit more than that. I love SHIB. I'm a SHIB maxi, but it's all about risk here. And unfortunately, we don't know what the market's going to do. We can all predict whatever we want in our heads, but it's really the risk factor for you. It's still the fact that you don't need the money. Everyone needs the money, but it's not going to kill your life. That just my point is take profits when it goes up. It will always retrace back down. That's just how crypto goes. It goes up and then it goes down. And most of the time it stays down longer than it goes up. So just be smart with that. Nothing is financial advice. Just take profits. That's
Zach,
coming from me.
I want to add something here too. I think that's important to note here for Brandon and for a lot of new people, and just as a reminder, I think for all of us, the reason why I think SHIB is a good investment, for if I had to narrow it down to one reason, is that it's tied to Ethereum, right? It's the largest Ethereum based crypto, meaning Ethereum is a layer 1 blockchain. Then there are a lot of things that run on top of the blockchain. Here's the way I look at it. Ethereum is, the main highway. Then there's a bunch of cars who run down the highway. SHIB's the fastest car running down the highway. It's the largest market cap on Ethereum. So it's the quickest car running down the highway. So what that means is, Brandon, and this is for everybody too, as long as Ethereum has a bull run, as long as Ethereum breaks its previous all-time high, finds price discovery, just based on the liquidity pool alone, SHIB's price will move up. And it will outpace Ethereum because it's a smaller market cap. So simple mathematics basically shows us that if Ethereum goes up, more often than not, SHIB should go up too. Right?
100%.
So
I got one more question.
So honestly, if you're bullish on Ethereum, you can make the argument that you should be bullish on SHIB. Right?
Right, but SHIB doesn't. Agreed and disagreed at the same point, Zach. Don't mean to cut you off, but
no, good.
SHIB doesn't have an ETF. Ethereum has an ETF. But my other question to this guy is, did you buy this crypto on an exchange or is it all DeFi?
I bought it on, again, I'm not very knowledgeable. I bought it on Coinbase, if that kind of answers that question.
A Coinbase exchange, or did you buy it through a debit card on the DeFi side, like the wallet? I'm just wondering where you're holding your crypto.
Coinbase exchange, yeah.
Okay, so suggestion here is hold your own crypto. Maybe move it to a DeFi wallet until you're ready to make a move, because at any point, any exchange can go down and then you lose all your crypto. So that's just another security measure for you.
Okay.
Not really financial advice, just smart advice that it's better to own your own crypto, not your keys, not your wallet. If you rely on exchanges, and you could wake up and it could be over. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. But I preach DeFi a lot more, just for the exchange factor. So just to be safe.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, let's keep it moving here. We only have about a half hour left. Time's flying here today. It's good stuff, though. Shwamos, what do you got, man? Don't shill your project or anything like that. What do you got for us?
Shwamos got a project?
Or whatever the one he supports or whatever. I just don't want it to turn into a shill thing.
He supports Zach Humphries' Crypto Breakfast Club last time I checked. Ain't that right, Shwamos?
Do you know him, babe?
No.
Sound like you guys were buddies. Well, he's not. He's got his hand up, but he's not talking. Let's get free Trump in here.
Yeah, Zach. The thing is, if I like you just a little bit, I'll vouch for you. I'll go to bat. People should know that. I will go to bat. Like right now, free Trump. I'll go to bat for. I'm going to bat for free Trump to be on this stage right now. Free Trump. Tell us what you have to tell us about Trump, the election, the political scene, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Give us it all.
Well, I like the fact that the guy's out in Pennsylvania promoting Trump, trying to win the state because it is a swing state. And the other thing is, I can't remember who was talking about if Trump gets in there, basically, I think it was Pedro. If Trump gets in, Bitcoin regulation, hence Bitcoin the new standard. So, yeah, super, super bullish on that part. I myself don't mess with Bitcoin. However, I do watch it like a hawk because it is the leader in the market. It's the big dog. It's the number one target. So, that being said, I also pay attention to the central banks. And last night, right before bedtime, I saw that, I don't know if you guys talked about it or not this morning because I missed the first 45 minutes or so, but Warren Buffett sold off almost $1 billion of Bank of America stock. Now that is so bullish for crypto, in my opinion, because of this reason. That means, with my tinfoil hat, if he sold off $1 billion of Bank of America stock, that means it's getting ready for a serious downplay, the central banks, which in turn means the Federal Reserve turns on quantitative easing and they start bailing out the bank. In return, the money that Warren Buffett takes out now floods into either ETFs, like Bitcoin ETFs, or Bitcoin itself. Either way, end of the quarter, obviously, because again, October 1 is the start of the fiscal year. We're in quarter 4, we're coming into the end of it, and this is so bullish that I'm looking for more things to sell so I can put everything into crypto. And this is not financial advice, but the blue chips are about ready to explode, in my opinion.
I'm with you, brother. With you. Love the energy, too. Mar, I think you had your hand up earlier. What's up, man? What's on your mind this morning? What's going on?
Hey, Zach. Good morning, man. What's up? No, actually, I didn't have my hand up, but now, man, just here listening to everyone, and yeah, man, I'm super bullish on Trump. There's no doubt. Of course, I'm voting for Trump. If you're in crypto, and you're not voting for Trump. You're smoking something that's not, feeding your brain correctly, But
Mar, shut up.
But you got to push that Trump vote, man. You got to push that Trump vote. But yeah, man, everything's good. I just had a friend that timed Ton perfectly, and with the release of the CEO, and did a quick trade there. Not myself, but he's excited there, made some money.
Wait, Mar, you saw, I was actually going to bring this up earlier, and you kind of reminded me. Did you see that Tong went down for 5 hours yesterday? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's what are my thoughts? I mean, you've been listening to me for 8 months, and I really hate when someone comes to a space and talks about a new blockchain, and the first thing he speaks about is the speed of the blockchain, instead of speaking about what innovations are they going to bring in, the security, which is the most important in the blockchain. They speak about speed. I'm like, you know what? Any blockchain is fast when you only have, like Cardano, 3 or 4 projects. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And anything is fast. Show me when you have the traffic of Ethereum, and look what happened. I mean, BNB, at first it crashed. Then, Solana is king, and crashing. And now Ton, I guess, it got overheated. Too many projects. That's why Ethereum is king. They're built, throughout the years, just the experience, of all those projects. And yeah, man, I'm not surprised. Look at, I don't want to say Kaspa had that issue, but look at Kaspa. Kaspa's been delaying their smart contracts for 2 months. They can't even get the smart contracts right, And it's tough, man. And yeah, that's what I think, man. Once you start getting, it's good. It's good news in a way and bad news. Good news is that they're getting projects in there. They're getting traffic. They're getting volume. Bad news is they can't handle the traffic now. They got to shut it down and fix whatever, they needed to fix. So, yeah, any blockchain that comes out, guys, if you invest on a new blockchain, and they're talking about the speed and everything, okay, that's cool. That's in paper. Talk to me about security. Talk to me, what are your plans? What's the blockchain for? Blah, blah, blah. Not speed. Speed will show, the speed and, how good the blockchain is when you get projects in there and see how it handles it. But, yeah, man, it was down, and then it pumped. He took that. That's the reason I actually did not go into the trade, because of that, when it went down for a few hours, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, But, man, it is what it is. Look at Solana, one of the top chains out there, top, 4 or 5? And and it breaks down all the time. That's just, at the end of the day, we all got to follow the money, even if the chain is not the best out there, you know. But yeah, other than that, you know, we had a dump on the market yesterday in the afternoon, late afternoon. So it's typical, you know. We're just gonna tell everybody just hold on. I'm expecting a great October, end of September, and I think September will be the same, trading sideways, have a little pump, a little dump, and yeah, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Kendu Chads is up here. Not sure who's on that account, but what's your take on the overall market right now as we get ready and get close to Q4? Sunday we'll be officially into Q4. So, what's your guys' thoughts? Hello, you there? Kendu Chads? Can you guys hear him? I can't hear him.
No, he's not talking.
No, he just sent me $100,000. Hold on.
Yo.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. I can joke, guys. Come on. I've been on the show long enough. I can make a joke. God damn.
Kendu Chads, you want to talk? You want to speak? You want the mic? Yes? If you want to drop down and come back, maybe there's some kind of glitch going on. That could be happening.
And Mar, wait, real quick from Mar. Cardano has more than 3 projects. We have 4, including PaidXPL. Thank you.
Mar, our trade.
Yeah, man, our trade pumping. I don't know what the news are. I try to search for any content, any videos, anything. I don't know. I just think it was. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was oversold, and I don't like coming into spaces and calling out plays, but I called out our trade for a few individuals where I think it hit bottom, and it just was way oversold. And yeah, man, I mean, yesterday Archer was up like almost 50% when the market was dumping, you know?
Yeah, about a 3x, about a 3x, 3.5x in the last like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Solid.
Doing pretty good. And also at 12 o'clock today, I think 12:30, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Max Chain is going to be with what's his name? Pedro. With Pedro and that other individual. I forget his name.
Tom. Yeah.
He was doing. Yeah, he did an interview. He interviewed you in the futuristic Toronto.
Yeah. Tom. He's a good dude. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be there. I think at 12:30, 1 o'clock today.
Oh, they're going on his on the live show on YouTube.
Yeah, they're gonna go on the live show. Yeah,
that's dope. Hell yeah. Kendu Chads, you want to jump in here? We'll see if they're ready to roll.
Hey Zach, I've been waiting for a very long time.
Yeah, Schwamos, I tried to get you up too. Go ahead, man. We'll go to Schwamos and then Kendu Chad. Schwamos, what's your take on the market, man? Q4 into Q1.
Well, I don't have any prediction for the market, bro.
All right,
I just
fair.
wish Trump wins. That's all.
Fair enough.
Hey, Zach. Actually, you remember last time when we had space maybe 1 month and a half ago, and you checked the coin and you said it's legit. Teddy, you remember?
Not really, dude.
You know, that coin, it went from 200,000 to $3.5 million market cap. But actually something happened. The bet 2 days ago with Andrew Tate, the dev donated for him $100,000 and he did not even say thank you.
Oh, wait, Zach. I think he's talking about the kid walking the Tate. Is that correct?
Oh, are you talking about the Top G token?
No, I'm talking about Teddy.
I have no idea.
Okay, never mind. I thought you meant the top. What is going on with Top G, Zach? I forgot all about that one.
It's a rug pull, Ted. It's a rug pull, Top G, bro. I lost thousands of dollars there, bro.
I did well on it. I traded it.
It's because he sold it. Good job.
See, that's why you
sold me. That's why I lost
earlier.
No, actually, I bought the top.
Well, hold on.
I remember.
There's a bunch of Top G. Hold on. We might be talking about different tokens.
No, I'm talking about Top G, Andrew Tate.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Top G 1500.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
And it's still sitting on. It still looks solid. Actually, paid. It's got 280K.
How much is the market cap right now there?
1.53 mil, but it ran all the way up to 6 mil. And we called it at like 200K. So I mean, I've taken profits on it. I got a little moon bag still, but yeah, that's the one on Solana contract.
Hey, Zach.
It's a pump token.
Join?
It's 1.53 mil, 2.65K holders. Contract ending in pump. Starts with AVR3N. You could take a look at it. It's still alive. It's still going. I mean, he's still making his trek to go visit Andrew Tate. So it's kind of hilarious. I mean, we just played the narrative. I mean, it was a fun one to play. We called it like 200K. It went to 6 mil.
I don't like Andrew Tate, bro.
Well, I mean,
I hate him so much.
I don't really care if I like him or not. If I can make money in a
because my friend donated 2 days ago to Andrew.
Jesus Christ, dude, chill. Let someone respond. God damn. Where are we, France?
Let's keep it moving, man. Let's go over to Kendu Chads. Kendu Chads, what's your take? And please have a take on Q4 and Q1 here in crypto. Hello? Are they speaking?
I'm crying right now.
What is happening?
I'm literally crying.
What is that?
It's engagement farming. Oh no, he put his head aside. I don't think he can talk. Why don't you take a lap and come back?
Bounce out and bounce back in. We'll try to get
they ran out of money. They're jokes, guys. These are the jokes.
Anyway, I say you have a nice day, guys. All I can tell you, Zach, is like Teddy is going to $50 million. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, I doubt
Appreciate you. I'm going to sell my house that I do not own, and I'm going to put it all into that, probably.
Man, we went from $100,000 to $3.5 million.
And then we'll be like,
what are you talking about?
We'll be like,
I promoted with Zach. I talked to Zach about, and I donated
All right, dude.
Oh my God!
I just muted everyone.
I'm over it, man. I'm sorry, Schwamos, but it's just too much, man.
That is not.
I was gonna make a joke
chill,
and then
guys.
I just lost it. That's fine. Kendu Chads, we brought you back up. Go ahead. I got nothing. Is he speaking?
Me neither. Kendu Chads, you there?
Jesus
Come on,
Christ!
you got to unmute. Yeah, we hear you.
It looks like they're unmuted. I can't hear them though.
They are unmuted. I can't hear them either.
Can you hear him, Zach?
Nothing. He's unmuted though.
All right, Kendu Chad. Sorry about that, man. We can't hear you. Let's go to Mar.
Yeah, no, one thing, Zach, that I do wanted to say, there was an individual that was up saying that he invested like $10,000 in Shiba and he bought Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not sure. I think he put $1,000 in Bitcoin.
Yeah, he's still on the stage, Mar. I think his name is Brandon.
Yeah, he's
the one walking around doing the whole Trump campaigning.
Yeah, the one thing, not financial advice, but if it was my money, if I had $12,000, I think, because you put 10 on Shiba and then you put a few thousands, I guess, on Ethereum. If I had, let's say, I'm going to make it even easier. If I had $10,000 right now and I already studied a little bit of crypto, because first of all, by getting into crypto, if you trust your friend 100%, that's fine. But anything in life, you got to study first. You got to learn about it a little bit, First of all, if I have $10,000, the first thing I do, if I'm well educated with people, it's buy a hardware wallet and learn how to keep crypto off exchanges. Because you saw what happened a year and a half ago with FTX and all these Celsius and all the other stuff. That I would learn first how to understand crypto. And once you understand it a little bit, you understand the high risk and the high rewards that you could get of projects that are out of the top 1,000 on CoinMarketCap. So first, I will get a hardware wallet, or at least a software wallet, first like a MetaMask. I think HGACSS is badass. And understand it a little bit, get into CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, understand the market cap, liquidity, understand the market caps, and then understand liquidity also, on projects. And once I understand that, like I do understand it now, well, way more. But I mean, in a month, if you're young, you're smart, you'll get it fast. If I had $10,000, and this is me, I will buy one Ethereum. I will buy one Ethereum. I will not invest $1,000 in Bitcoin. What is that going to get you? Another $2,000, if anything. But you know what? If you're not aiming for financial freedom, a house, or anything like that, that's fine. But I will buy one Ethereum, and then the next $7,000, I will spread them between the top 30 coins. Doing your homework on what gives you, what lets you sleep at night, because you got to invest in something that you believe in. Because if you don't believe in it, even if it's great, you're going to end up selling it, panicking. You're not going to be able to sleep at night. So then I will invest on projects in the top 30, like Avalanche. You got Caspa that could probably get you a 6-7x compared to Bitcoin. With those $1,000, you'll probably get a $1,000 out of it, maybe $3,000 max. That's saying that Bitcoin hits almost $200K. That's how I will avoid Bitcoin, with $10,000. I'll buy one Ethereum, because in the bull market, I see Ethereum maybe hitting $7,000. So that's like your security. I'm almost getting your $10,000 back, lowering your risk. I will buy, there's nothing wrong with buying a little bit of Shiba, Dutch, just spread. If you spread maybe $4,000 to the top 10, they're all gonna get you almost the same, So but you want to spread your portfolio, because just in case one dumps because of bad news. You saw a ton about the CEO getting arrested and the dump, but then I will go more down, to Caspa. That's gonna probably give you a 6-7x. All the projects like Chronos. You got Cosmos. All these projects that could probably get you a 10x. And then with $2,000, maybe less, since you're new, even $1,000, I will go deep into the rabbit hole on your own, because you already did some study. You got time. You got the whole month of September probably. And I will invest on these high risk plays that will get you a 50x, a 40x, a 100x. I will do my homework on the community, see how active they are, and when you invest those $1,000, just think like you lost them, like it's a lottery, because you're investing on maybe a $1, $2, $3, $4 million market cap project. My recommendation is look for projects. If you are going to go for this high risk, high reward, look for these projects that started at least in 2021, and they're still here, positive community, and they survived the whole bear market, So yeah, that's what I will do with the $10,000. I will buy Ethereum, then I will spend like at least $5,000 on top 30 coins, and then I will go with like $1,000, $1,500 on like at least you go into 5 projects easily, high risk, high rewards that could get you even a 1,000x. That's how I would do it personally. Of course, when you're new, you're not going to think this way because you don't know much. But that's why you're supposed to study a little bit, learn how it works, come into these spaces and listen to people like me, Zach, and Pate, and Zach from Subway, and everyone else. But yeah, man, look, at the end of the day, bro, crypto is high risk. So why not take that super high risk on at least a few projects that could get you a 1,000x? And I will stay away from NFTs unless you're getting them for free. I would just stay away from NFTs or any gimmick new projects that are confusing. Just go straight up. If it pumps, you make money. But yeah, man, that's just my take. Anyone that's listening, I'm not saying get the $10,000 and put it all on top 2,000 coins that are million. No. Get Ethereum. That's going to be your insurance. There's a high chance it's not going to fail you. It's probably going to get you $6,000-$7,000 back, and then look at the top 30 coins. Spread those $5,000 in the top 30, and then go to some high risk. In other words, have some balls and go for those 100x also.
Yeah, and I want to add to that real quick, Mar. I agree 100%. That's been my actual strategy. I joke around on the show a lot, but that's my actual strategy. Top 50 and then some degen plays. But the one thing that you didn't mention, and we talked about this on the show before, is what are you going to do with the profits? You know, say you get that, say you get that 1,000x, you really hit some, you miss 4 of the 5, but you hit that 1,000x. What are you doing with it? Are you going back into Ethereum? Are you going into Bitcoin? Are you putting it into fucking real estate, depending on how much money you put in? That's the other side of everything. You have to have a plan for the money after. Y'all know my plan. First of all, who the fuck's talking when I'm talking? I'm mute. Okay, you know my plan. My plan, Japanese tea house. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm looking at. Every day I look at Japanese tea houses because that's what I want to do with my money. Maybe it's a little wishful thinking, but that's what I want to do. What do you want to do with your profits when you get them? You just want to put them back into Bitcoin and put them in the market? Go for it. You want to fucking, I don't know, open a business? Go for it. You want to pay off some debt or whatever? You probably should have done that before you got into crypto, but go for it. It's all, that's laughing. But honestly, that's what you got to figure that out also. It's not just, I'm going to pick all these coins and then the bull market comes. No. When you take profits, you're taking profits for a goal, whether that's generational wealth, whether that's starting a business, whether that's buying a house, whatever. If you have that goal now, prior to you even investing, you're going to go way further. Because you're going to be like,
Pate, isn't it better for him just to get wrecked? Because if he gets wrecked and he does a round trip, he'll learn more.
Yeah, but
no.
No. Especially because this might be, we don't know, but this might be the last big bull run. If institutions getting into this, we might not see these type of numbers or pumps ever again. We could, but we might not because there's too much institutional money. They're not going to let shit drop down for you to get better entry and all that stuff. So, go ahead.
And one thing, before I forget, I do want to say for the individual and anyone else, I've always said it, if you got in at a penny and you rode it up all the way to $1, through that ride, if you end up liquidating everything and you sold all your coins at an average of 50 cents, you bought it at a penny, and the all-time high was $1, and your average take was 50 cents, you did amazing. You are a king, a queen. You did amazing. But then there's going to be the people, you could have sold on $1. The idiots that don't understand the market, they don't understand how to take profit because they've never been in that situation. I have 100x 3 projects, and I have not 100x 3 projects with $100. I'm talking about I went in with a few thousands. I have 100x a few thousands, and at the end, even though it did a 100x, I did not take 100x on $1,000. I maybe averaged like a 43, 44x, which that's amazing when you 43, 40x, even $100, So yeah, that's for the audience to learn. I always repeat this. If you average 50 cents and you bought it at a penny and the all-time high was $1, you did great. You did great because you could have sold some at, let's say, 10 cents. You sold some at 25 cents. You even sold at the top. But that doesn't mean your average is the whole top, And it also depends on liquidity in that project. But yeah, and then what are you going to do with your money? For me, I'm land. You know me, I'm all about land. What are you going to do with the money? I recommend him to learn more the market and just hold it at least there for stable coins a little bit before you jump the gun, because this is the most dangerous thing. If he or anyone does an early 100x, early, that is dangerous, because then you get like, I could do this again. I could hit a home run every time I go up to bat. And that's when you could lose it all, which that happened to me, actually, where I almost lost it all, thinking I could go hit a home run every time.
Yeah, and then Mar, on the flip side, you're talking about land. The real thing is, the secret is, me and Mar had a private conversation, and the reason he's buying land is because he likes the club name 11. But we're opening a new club, my lucky number 12. There you go. That's the alpha for the room. If you want to be an early investor, come on in. The price is right.
I agree with you more on that one. I just want to make a point on that. If you hit that 1,000x, right, don't think you're going to do it again. Put that money to the side and live your life. Just live your life like you never did that before, because you can easily be a scapegoat and get back into these projects and lose it all in like a few clicks. So if you make that kind of money, put it to the side, live your life, think logically, come back, reinvest it, make your money work for you 100%. That is the goal. We're all here to make money too. And for that other guy, what I would suggest, I shouldn't probably say this, but I would take a couple $100 and put it into some LTD. They got a launch coming out soon, good people behind it. You could probably maybe 2-3 extra money. Not saying cheat or do any of that, but if you're looking for real projects, no, that's one of them. I would suggest, not financial advice, but come back to these spaces, learn a lot every day before you really play with too much money. Learn as much as you can. Try to get it off of exchanges onto DeFi wallets. Control your crypto, self-custody. Be your own banker. It's the best advice we can give you. Nothing is financial advice, just Zach from Subway advice.
Just a little life advice. But yeah, also real quick, guys, another thing you should do is your profit-taking strategy. At this amount, I'm taking this amount. At this amount it hits, I'm going to take X amount out. At this amount, I'm going to take X amount. At this amount, I'm just leaving the moon bag and moving on. Like, have a strategy. Don't just go in and be like, oh, it just did a 10X? Okay. What if it does a 20X? Okay, I'll just hold. Okay, 20X? Okay. Yeah, what if it doesn't? No, like, take your laddered profit, not financial advice, but take a laddered profit approach. When you do a 3X, how much are you going to take out? And this is all due to your own risk tolerance. At 3X, you might not want to take it out. A 3X right now for Cardano isn't shit. You're not even at all-time high, so I'm not even going to touch it. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. But just keep going up the ladder and be like, hey, this is how much I want to take at certain levels. If it doesn't hit certain price targets, fine, I missed it, but at least I have a strategy going up. At least we have a strategy going up. And on the flip side, some people also have a strategy going down. Hey, this shit is tanking. Bad news came out of fucking Russia for something. Maybe I need to get out of this a little bit, there's different ways to do this. So, come to these spaces, come hang out, talk about Japanese tea houses with the boys and flying planes with Mar,
Yeah, and one last thing, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the beginning, I thought of millions. Oh my God, the market cap. If it hits $1, I got millions of dollars. Then finally, when I learned more about the financial system and everything in crypto, man, if you got $1, a friend of mine told me this. If you got $1, don't think about making millions. Think about making another dollar. And then I asked him, so when do I think about making millions? He said, when you already have millions. When you already have $1 million, it's when you think about making millions. I go, but that makes no sense. And I go, just think about it, dumbass, and you'll get it. You have $10, you want to turn those, you grind it. You want to turn those $10 into $20, $30, And I just, little by little, if you come in here waiting to be a millionaire of one play, which it could happen, you could get lucky. I'm not saying you can't. Look at Shiba. You're going to get wrecked because you know where you're going to be, right, Pate? You're going to be exit liquidity by holding that for the millions. People are going to take money before those millions, and then the liquidity is going to be zero and you're not going to have shit, not even what you're invested. And that's crypto for you, at least for now. That's crypto, But, it's just crazy. And one of the things that did really open up my eyes, how low liquidity and market caps in crypto is, that when you get into pink sheets, penny stocks in the stock market, those companies are beyond bigger than crypto projects that are great. I mean, crypto projects are way more low than a pink sheet and a penny stock. And it's just, that's where you get, your high rewards when you choose a project that's really low on market cap and you have an opportunity to make a lot of exits.
And that's right. And that's for Brandon, too. When you look at these projects like Dex Tools, Dex Screener stuff, look at the liquidity. The liquidity is the most important thing. Who gives a fuck about market cap? Because if there's no money, you can't sell it. Watch the liquidity. There'll be a reason you'll have price impacts. Just watch that going into these projects. If they have really good, decent ratio of liquidity to market cap, you're going to do very well if you get into something early. You can get early into a project and you think you 1,000x'd it, but now you can't sell it. Your price impact's too high, and you lose 75% of your investment because of the lack of liquidity. So we do always talk about it a lot on these spaces. Keep coming back, but liquidity is number one in my book, 100%. And Mark can probably back me up on that one.
People don't even talk about it. And that's the core. That's where the money's at. There's no liquidity. You ain't going to fucking get paid. And you're probably, I got $1 million. it hit $1. I got $1 million. And then when you go sell, the price impact is 70% and you only take 300 grand. And then you just kill the project that could have been promising, But hey, look, other than I posted two things on the link on the Nest about RWA, this guy predicting that's going to be bigger than the crypto market. And the SEC now is filed, I guess they're going to sue OpenSea, saying that NFTs are securities.
Yeah, I read that.
Oh my God, come on.
Hey guys, we are at the top of the hour. I want to get down to Trader Chaz real quick, and then we'll wrap this one up. Shout out to YouTube and X audience.
You have Devon on stage too, Zach.
Okay, yeah, we'll let Devon get in here quick too. Devon and Trader Chaz, I think those are the only two new speakers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If we're about to wrap up, no need to let me speak. I just want to say hi and get some input. But I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to keep this going too, guys. I got to jump though here in like 5 minutes. But Trader Chaz, what's up, man? What's your thoughts here?
Hey team, good morning from New Zealand. It's 3:30 in the morning, but I got a full of space. So I want to ask a question based around a friend's bag or crypto portfolio. So as you can see, I'm a kendo holder and I'm helmets on, so I'm locked up there. But I had a friend who last night invested quite a considerable amount of money in Brett on the dip. What are your views on that? Is that a safe investment or safe-ish? Or should you, what I advised was put in a stable coin? Because he's not looking to make hundreds of millions. He's just looking to make a little bit more money for his family.
Well, I mean, my short answer would be there's definitely less risky plays, but there's also more risky plays. I guess it's probably somewhere in the middle of all of that. I think Brett's turned into kind of an OG meme coin, especially for this cycle. Pepe and Brett kind of waiting to see what they're going to do in a full-fledged bull run, but they've both solidified themselves here as top plays. If you're bullish on the base chain, this is basically the native token of Coinbase's blockchain. It's the largest market cap. So, I mean, if you're looking at all the metrics of the base chain and how fast they've grown as an L2, we've never seen anything really like it. So that should get you pretty excited about where things are going. As long as, we get a full-fledged bull cycle, and again, Ethereum goes up, I think it's going to be, this meme coin Brett, which is based on Ethereum, it'll be pulled up with it. So I like it personally. I'm pretty heavy into it. It's one of my high conviction plays, but that's my quick take there.
Yeah, I think you've seen, obviously, I think it dropped 9% yesterday, so I thought he's probably saying, well, I'm not going to get this price again or for a while, so I'll jump in now. I was trying to persuade him otherwise, and then again, I can't give financial advice, it's more friendship advice. Yeah. But if we look at it technically from his point of view, it's not a bad way to play it. It's down 9%, it's very strong, it's got a huge community, they're still active. Is there any advice you think I could give to him, or would I just let it play out and leave it in Brett?
Have a profit-taking plan. I mean, if he's playing this throughout this cycle, it got to 1.9 billion. Do you pull some when it gets back to its previous all-time high? When it go retest it, does he get his basis out? I mean, it just depends on how much risk he wants to take, and then from there, once we meet price discovery, start predicting how high you think it's going to go, and set profit-taking troughs. Whether it's 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion, what have you, right? But I mean, that's a personal move, and it's like, what is his goal? What does he really want to get out of it versus how much he put in it, and then create a plan to make that happen.
Of course, brilliant. I'll just finish off with this. Thanks for the spaces, Zach. Obviously, I'm over the other side of the world, and I really appreciate everyone here giving us advice. Just want to give out my team a shout out. So a shout out to Kendo. Keep going, guys. Helmets on. And yeah, thanks for the time today. I appreciate it.
100%, brother. Appreciate you for coming up. Yeah, guys, thank you everybody for joining us here. YouTube and X audience has been huge today, up over 1,300 people with us over there, so that's awesome. Shout out to everybody listening in over there and everybody right here on the space itself. Thank you all so much, and we will be back tomorrow. Great conversations. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys share this room, not only on social media, but let other people know in your real life about what we're doing here, and hopefully we get more and more people here. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.